No, man. I mean, like I said, it's not a knock on the game. Please don't think it's a knock on the game. It's just that I have no reserve to think that NHL will be any different. I mean, yeah, it might be on the next level of what it is capable of doing, but I never had any doubts. Those dudes that's one thing EA outside of Fight Night that I know that they've been consistently putting out a good product. And
I think the changes are something that maybe more hardcore hockey fans would notice. I'd say, I guess
that's understand now, and I can understand that.
That's why it's a major leap for us versus maybe some other players.
Oh man, I'll tell you straight up. I know I'm a casual hockey guy. I mean, so I know it'll probably be insignificant for me to compare it to somebody who's hardcore and that's into it. I totally understand that. I'm trying to get this thing set up over here. I'm sorry. Okay, we good. All right. This is episode 182 of the First and Framerates podcast. Myself, DJ81, Bill's 4.
Yawning.
Yeah, he tired, man. He been up with them hoes.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't put him in the game, putting the wrong idea out there for the people.
No, man, we're just messing. But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting us. Like I said, it's been great. A few people have bought some merch. Few people have another new person that's on the Patreon. We'll shout him out in a few. I have him on the bottom of the ticker, so everybody know what's going on with that. New subscribers, more people that are in the on the Twitch followers. I'm gonna give an update about Twitch probably a little bit later. Something I'm gonna do that's a little different over there as far as content. Yeah, I know I said that before, but it's real this time. All right, today we're going to talk about Dwayne Haskins getting benched. I know Bills wanted to talk about this yesterday. I could not. The wife had me hemmed up. I could not go live, so we're going to talk about that. Gamestop and Microsoft is partnering up. I hope you guys invested in some stock in GameStop because that is about to fly off the hinges. We will talk about that. And we're going to talk about NHL 21 First Impressions. Yes, the game is out on EA Play. These two guys, my co-hosts, have played it so far. I have not. I do not have EA Play on consoles. I only have it on PC, and NHL it's not on PC, which I need to find out who works the top league guy NHL. I need to have the word with him because that game do need to come to PC at some point. Nevertheless, yeah, because I'm tired of playing NHL 09 on PC. I'm tired of playing that. But nevertheless, let's get into these intros. DJ, how have you been doing the last couple of days?
Oh, I've been doing just fine. Getting a little harassed on Facebook for another post, political wise, but from the same person that can't just leave well alone.
The guy that sucked at all the sports in high school.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So, and what is it? I caught the debate yesterday. Other than that, been playing games, keeping up with the breaking news. Yeah, we definitely will talk about Dwayne Haskins and his situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Bills, what's been going on with you, man?
Just been playing NHL for the most part today. Been playing Madden. Quite a learning curve in that game. Late onset learning curve playing on all Madden now. Other than that, I started Mafia Definitive Edition. I only played one mission in that game, and for some reason I turned it off. I don't know why. But I'll probably get back into it a little bit more. But yeah, I've just been kind of relaxing the past.
Let me tell you the thing about Mafia. Mafia is a great game. There's nothing to take away from it. The problem with the Mafia is it does not keep you going. It does not keep you wanting to continue to play. It's not an action-packed game. So once you finish a mission or whatever, once you do something, you're like standing around like, okay, do I really want to do the next thing? It's nothing really motivates you to keep going. And that's the problem I have with Mafia 2. I've beat Mafia 2 on PS3, but when I go back to play it on PC, I'm like, all right, I've done this mission. I got this car there, and I'm getting this money for this car. Oh, I found the Playboy magazine. Now I got to go where to do this mission. Do I really feel like driving over there to do that? It's not like Grand Theft Auto to where it's like with Grand Theft Auto, it's always something in between. Even with Red Dead Redemption, you do a mission, it's still something in between to do prior to going to that mission. With Mafia, it's not They don't have any.
That's
They don't have that
because-
type of filler. They don't have that type of filler.
That's because they don't have enough downtime activities to do.
Right. Exactly.
That will make you want to do things before
Going to the next mission.
Going to the next mission, because I mean, it's like it's almost like Watch Dogs. It's linear, but it's not. It's an open world.
It's an open world linear game.
Kind of like it's like for no reason. It's like they have the free ride mode where on Mafia Definitive Edition where you can just drive around, but it's like, what's the benefit of that?
Right.
Driving isn't that enjoyable in the game that I just drive around and look at the city. There's nothing to do once you get out of the car, and that's why I think I'm just waiting for another GTA to come out at this point.
It's nothing to take away from the game, because I know Jared Green just said it's an awesome series. I agree. The series is awesome. It's just that you will find your times more often than not finishing a mission and be like, okay, I'm about to cut this off. Yeah, and it's nothing wrong. It's not because the game is bad. It's just like we just said, there's no reason to drive around and see what people are doing. There's nothing on the side that you really can do that's really worth the time.
On GTA, it gives you time to drive around. You might do you might go and do something like play some golf or something, and then you'll think about it.
Or see somebody getting robbed.
Right. And you'll say, you know what? I do want to do another mission, right? But in Mafia, it's like there's no time to consider. You literally do the mission, and then right after that, you just get right into another mission. It's like there's no downtime activity to. Yeah,
you're just standing around after
you're done. Game. Yeah,
right. It's not. It's more like a linear thing to do. Mission. It's not like you're a part of the world.
Yeah, unlike DJ, I was gonna say in Red Dead Redemption 2, like I could just ride around on the horse fucking for an hour at a time, just looking.
You feel like you're a part of the world. It's not like you're playing the game. You feel like you're a part of it, and that's one thing that it's one thing that Mafia, at least 1 and 2. I haven't really played 3 yet, but I know at least 1 and 2 has suffered from. But I mean, it's nothing to take away from the game. The games are great. I mean, there's not a knock on the game. As for me. Drip X, he was X Jared. Did he play Maximum Football? Okay. Yeah, I've been playing Maximum Football myself. I played a little bit of it yesterday. I didn't go too far into the game, but I definitely plan on streaming it tomorrow, so look out for that. If not, definitely Saturday. But speaking of the football on Saturday, I'm gonna get in Haskins in a second, so I got to vent for a second. Appalachian State has COVID, and they don't want to play us. They don't want to play us on Wednesday, so we got to wait all the way to December 12th to play them. They're goat-loving clowns. If you stay away from the goats, you wouldn't have COVID. Anyway,
I love how you just cutting a promo on these dudes randomly out of nowhere.
Anyway,
I told them, stay away.
That's right. Shout out to our wonderful new athletic director, Jared Benko. He managed to get UMass on the schedule for next Saturday within 72 hours. Yeah, they managed to get UMass on the schedule within 72 hours.
Iced coffee drinking hoes.
So with that being said, we will have a game next week. We just got to play scary ass Appalachian State in December. If y'all don't know who Appalachian is, Appalachian State, but we put the CR in front of their name, so it's Appalachian.
Yeah, but they beat Michigan at one point in time in history. But continue.
Shit, we beat them all the time. We beat Appalachian. I ain't gonna say all the time, but we beat them 2 years in a row.
Yeah, but did you beat Michigan?
And we didn't play them yet.
They didn't play Michigan.
I'm just saying.
We waiting.
If you haven't played Michigan, then I wouldn't.
Okay, we beat Florida. We beat Florida, and we didn't have to do it on the block.
Florida.
And we didn't have to beat Yo Seminoles can't beat Florida right now.
Florida State can't beat themselves.
All right, let's
That's a different discussion.
One more thing before we go. Shout out to everybody, our Patreon supporters. We really appreciate you guys. New supporter Jared 011 Green. He's a new supporter of the Patreon. I got some things that's going to be exclusive to the Patreon really soon. It's not going to be necessarily exclusive to just them, but they're going to have early access to things, and there's going to be some things coming y'all way within what is it, the 8th, at least by the end of the month, I'm gonna have something very special for you guys, for the guys who
You said talk
support us.
about derailing the pod. Oh, okay. No,
No, it's talking about me just talking about
I
dumb
read
shit.
that wrong. Yeah, I read that wrong.
Yeah. I'm gonna have something special for you guys. I'm gonna tell you the Patreon. Just go look at it. The link is down in the description. Just look at it. We don't require you to do anything outside of that. If you find it in your spirit, or I sound like I'm in church. Sound like in your spirit or your heart.
We're about to go to
donate. If you find it in your spirit and your heart to donate, $1 goes a long way. And it helps out the podcast, helps out my co-hosts. These guys take time out their day to come talk to you guys. And it's all love. If not, that's fine. We're still gonna do what we do. And that's another segue before Haskins. Sorry, Haskins, you got to put to the side for a second because we doing big things over here. We coming for the throne. Y'all dudes with these gaming podcasts, y'all doing this other stuff. It's cool or whatever. Y'all got y'all lane or whatever.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you, y'all got your lane, but I'm telling you.
See what happens when I give somebody a personality.
It's the shades, man.
VS
created a monster.
VS like y'all ever get tired of those podcasts talking about the same topics?
Saying
they take a night off. Come over to First Framerates.
That's right. Take a night off. Talking about the same topics. And we coming for it. Ain't nothing but a friendly competition. But I promise y'all. Now I'm saying this for real. I'm putting out.
If you want to be serious, tip the shades a little bit. Yeah.
I promise y'all. Now we about to put out the best content possible when it comes to this sports gaming podcast.
Well, shit, we already been doing that.
Oh, now you
gonna go Ken Griffey.
What's this like over the top? Like now I'm at work.
The damn Hollywood sports shades on and shit.
Hey, but you see that though? You see that right there, right? That GS, that Georgia Southern still representing. All right, let's talk about Dwayne Haskins, man. All right, Bills, I'm gonna let you start off with that. What the hell happened, man? Because you the one sent me the link.
Me and DJ had a long talk about this before.
Yo, and you know what the funny that just to interject for a second, I know it's early. If we would have recorded our conversation we had earlier, that was
funny.
The most knockdown, drag out, funniest conversation.
It was hilarious because I was kind of trolling about the whole Ron Rivera thing and the Cam Newton thing. We talked about when he got benched for not wearing a tie, and I got into a funny conversation. But I mean, I have more of an issue with him being third string than getting benched. Mm-hmm. I just think the third string, when the guy that's second string, I mean, we didn't even know whether he's going to be walking again, let alone playing football.
Shoot, much less alive.
I mean, God, and then you see the picture of his leg. It's like, it's just crazy. Haskins does need to play better, and I guess maybe there are reports of him having slacked off in practice, which is never good. Kyle Allen being the backup at that point in time was already a red flag to me back when I talked to DJ about it and said, he played in Carolina. Even when Cam was healthy, they didn't play Cam because Kyle Allen was playing pretty well. They moved on from Kyle Allen, much like they moved on from Ron Rivera. Ron Rivera comes to Washington. Now Kyle Allen is on the team. I'm like, something's going on here. He obviously sees big things in Kyle Allen. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't think Haskins is going to be on the bench forever if Kyle Allen doesn't perform to the highest of his abilities. He has a lot of potential, but, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I kind of see two quarterbacks in the same spot right now as far as the maturation process. But what do you think, DJ?
Well, I kind of see the situation working backwards. I'm like, it's already a foregone conclusion that Dwayne Haskins started off. We had to go back to last year. Him being drafted after just 1 year college starting experience. We had to go back to the way he was handled with Jay Gruden. He was handled a little better after Jay Gruden was fired, but still, he wasn't really taking the reps even back then, as KB is about to destroy it.
KB3. I saw KB3 in the background just photo bombing. Like, let me go over here.
I was like, oh, can I keep going? No, I have to.
No, you good. No, you good. No, y'all good.
All
Y'all
I
good.
saw was an orange shirt pop up. I'm like, what is he about to do over there?
Oh, he's about to take out that okay.
Yeah, he's right here. I'm talking to my wife, and he just walked in. That's why I had y'all on mute, because I was talking to her. Y'all good.
You have
Shut up. Why
you didn't be saying anything. You're the one that was silent. But anyway, he was handling.
Hey, it's a reason why I was silent. I'm gonna let you. I'll leave it at that.
Well,
it's a reason why I was silent.
She said, "I know your ass ain't going to buy another game."
No.
It got an arm folded already.
I put it like this. It has something to do with playing. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, excuse the hell out of me.
Yeah, arm folded and everything. But anyway, okay. So Bill Callahan, just to go back. Okay, so Bill Callahan handled. Was it Callahan? Yeah, Bill Callahan handled Haskins a little bit better in the second half of the season. Haskins, under that system, started to show progression, growth, and whatnot. This is pretty much the same thing that Ron Rivera saw when he was looking at the tape. So he goes into this year. This year is a little bit different. No OTAs, no minicamp, no preseason, just practicing with each other at a certain speed. Right. Ron Rivera is like, okay, well, he looks good from what we see in practice. We didn't have any preseason games, so we're going to go with the incumbent starter for the first 4 games. Now, you see in the first 4 games, he was okay in the first, beat the Eagles. Fuck y'all. And then we proceeded to lose the next 3, in which the worst game out of those 3 was the 3-interception game against Cleveland. So the game after that, obviously was against the Ravens. He managed the game better, but there were situational things that he failed, like the whole QB slide protection to the wrong side, or whatever miscommunication he admitted after the game with his lineman, because the guy, everybody blamed Moses, but Moses was just following orders.
Right.
So, and then the 4th and goal, where Ron Rivera outright said in the post presser, I wanted to see what he would do in that situation. It was a test. And that was a situation where 4th and goal, late in the game, you got to give your team a chance to score. Any other situation, that's the proper read and that's the proper pass. So it's not like he's not capable of running this system. It's just that Ron Rivera wanted to see him take a chance in that situation with pretty much you have to score. You lose possession of the game of the ball, and he failed that. So, just like Bill's mentioned earlier, there was possibly reports of him slacking off in practice, not really, focused. I kind of see this demotion as a way to refocus him. I'm like, I know Bills and we disagree with where he fell in that demotion. I'm okay with him falling to 3rd string because of the fact that, one, you do have Kyle Allen, who has been in the system for a few years, so he's familiar with it. I'm okay with Alex Smith as long as the doctors are okay with him and saying he can go. And they got a different set of doctors. This is not the crackpot staff that was let go, which I was calling for their jobs after Trent Williams' situation went out of hands, but I'm glad they're gone. But you got a guy who's more experienced overall, also experienced. So it's like, go with them two, with the fact that the NFC least is pretty much wide open. The Washington football team is in 2nd place. And
hey, he's not lying. He's right, though. It is wide open.
And it's like, it presents a situation that Rivera didn't expect. It's like he was expecting there would at least be 2 teams running away with it. 4-0, 3-1, whatever, 2 3-1 teams at the top. But that's not the case. You got the goddamn green tie wearing Eagles are in 1st place. And you got other players on the team that see an opportunity to finally start winning some ball games. So it's like, okay, do I stick with Haskins and try to go through his maturation process and go through the bumps and hills and valleys of trying to get him up to speed when I know he's behind, knowing that he didn't have OTAs, minicamp, preseason, a proper rookie season.
Daily, what are you talking about? The Cowboys did win a game. They beat the Falcons.
Yeah, because that's funny. I'm shocked that he didn't remember that one. That was
because he ain't a football guy, but he's sitting there trying to talk football. I know you, Daily. I'm on to you, fam, right? I was in the sports group of you, fam.
So Rivera is just sitting there. He's evaluating the situation, and we got to remember, football situations change. I'm like, yeah, this is still a rebuild year for Washington. I don't expect this team to go anywhere. So I'm viewing it as, okay, let's see what happens. That's exactly what he's saying. It was like, let me go with somebody that's familiar with the system. And then at the same time, it's like, okay, well, Dwayne can take this one of two ways. He can pout, do whatever. I saw his body language in practice. It didn't look good. But they said that even after practice, he got in some extra work. So I was just like, all right, cool. Got in some extra work. He can see this as a learning situation. It's just, sit back, watch people who know how to run the system. So that way you can get a visual of how you fit as eventually it will be your turn again. I'm like, we tried it with you and you showed flashes, in which I've said that he's shown flashes, but he's not been consistent and he's actually gone backwards in a couple of occasions. So, go ahead.
This brings up a point that is kind of crazy to think about because I remember Ohio State, the first national championship they won, it might have been the first playoff. Cardell Jones was the starter. And everybody was high on Cardell Jones, right? And then they had JT Barrett.
I don't know. I need to find everybody who say that boy should have went to the draft after that little bit of run.
He played 4 games that season?
He played like 7 quarters, bro. And then everybody tells me you should go to pro. I was like, what?
And I'm like, y'all saw a small sample size, and he was playing on a pretty good team. And yes, he played well in the playoff, but we got to temper our expectations here. He gets to the league. You can't even name what team he's on now. What is he, the third string on the fucking Chargers? No,
he was in the XFL. That was it.
Cardell?
Well, he went to the Chargers originally, though.
Yeah.
He was drafted to the Chargers.
No. Was he drafted to the Chargers? We were drafted by the Bills.
No, I think he was.
Chargers.
I don't think he was drafted. I think he was maybe signed as an undrafted free agent.
I thought he was drafted by the Chargers.
I remember him being on the Bills or one of the two. I can't remember. I know he's on the Bills and the Chargers. I don't know if he was drafted or picked up by one, but I think he was undrafted.
I'm gonna find it right now because that's actually important to what I'm saying. What the fuck? Okay, I guess he was with
Casey Classic. He knows Casey Classic is a Bills fan. He was on the Bills. That's what I thought. Yeah,
he was on the Bills. Then he went to the Chargers. I guess he was on there for 2 years. Then he was on the Seahawks practice squad.
Okay.
This are his stats. These are his stats for his entire career. 6'4", 11, 96 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 pick. So he told me he threw 11 passes and couldn't escape 11 passes without throwing a pick. This is the guy, once again, from Ohio State, who everybody hypes yearly with their weak-ass schedule, that everybody was like, yes, Cardell Jones, he's going to be so amazing in the NFL. And, then he went to the NFL and nothing happened. Okay, JT Barrett. They hyped JT Barrett. Oh, God, look at the quarterback factory that Ohio State is. Where's JT Barrett at?
I don't even know why they thought JT Barrett was going to be an NFL quarterback.
Then,
hold up before you go on. And one thing about Cardell Jones, he did flame out towards the end of the XFLs because he eventually got replaced by a guy from Connecticut. Who was that quarterback?
Something like that.
I forget the guy's name.
Yeah.
But they had, you know why they like Cardale Jones? Because he was 6'5", and he was a prototypical size for a quarterback that they hype like, you know, a Ryan Leaf type. He's the prototypical quarterback from the fucking 90s. He's 6'5", he has a strong arm.
The fact you said Ryan Leaf type, I wish a scout come to me talking about Ryan Leaf type.
Look, hey, when he came out, everybody's like, shit, Ryan Leaf, man, he's going to be the next, he's one of the best quarterback prospects since Elway. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, man, hey, shout out to what he does after football. He helps a lot of people with drugs. But that dude was terrible.
That's dope.
He was terrible at quarterback.
As a quarterback, he can't help anybody.
No, not a damn soul. It probably helped them get into drugs.
So let's look at Ohio State's. Let's look at their track record of quarterbacks. Troy Smith, great in college.
You go further back than that. Go to Craig Krenzel.
You had Driscoll, who's just now playing. He played at Ohio State, didn't he?
Driscoll is Florida.
Really?
Yeah, Jeff Driscoll from Florida.
Who's the white quarterback from Ohio State?
Krenzel.
I mean later. This was I'm talking right before Cardale Jones. There was a white quarterback. He was another one that they hyped, and he wasn't really anything special. Like Ohio State has all these quarterbacks that people hype, and because
not Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow don't count.
But Dwayne Haskins, right? I'm getting to the point. Dwayne Haskins was the first one that looked like once he gets to the pros, he can actually translate, but he didn't have enough time starting. So it's one of those situations where these players play at
they had hold on.
They play at these really good schools.
No, they had Krenzel. No, they had Krenzel and everybody else been black since then. After Krenzel, it was Troy Smith. Yeah, it was Troy
starter wise, but there was a white boy that was a backup.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you had Troy Smith.
I think he was. Who's the back? Who's Dwayne Haskins' backup?
Oh, you talking about what's his name? That boy that's trying to go pro now. Tate Martell?
Yeah. They have these quarterbacks and they claim they're a quarterback factory. That's what I hear from Ohio State.
No, absolutely not.
They're not a quarterback factory. So when you have a guy like Dwayne Haskins, they all come out too early. They all play above expectations early on, like Cardale Jones and JT Barrett, and all these dudes play above expectations. Then he gets to the league, and you got a Dwayne Haskins situation where, he was handed the starting job at Ohio State. He, in a way, gets handed the starting job here. He slacks off. He never had a chance to mature as a quarterback because they play a weak-ass schedule. So they don't play against pro talent on a regular basis. They're not in a conference that's built for that. So the point I'm making is people gotta be careful when they're assessing these quarterbacks.
Oh, they had Todd Beckman in 2007 between Troy Smith and Terrell Pryor.
I remember that dude. He was actually supposed to start.
That was the white. That's mostly the white guy you were talking about.
Terrell Pryor's another one.
Terrell Pryor's another one. The problem with Terrell Pryor is they did not use him correctly. Terrell
Pryor was going to be a really good receiver.
No, he could have been a good quarterback. When he got to the NFL, he did not use him.
He could have, but I'm saying he was going to be a really good quarterback. Shit, I forgot about one. Braxton Miller.
Yep.
But Braxton Miller never was a quarterback. He just played the position. I never thought he was a quarterback.
But that's kind of the point I'm making. Ohio State has such a good team as far as skill positions and their defense, as far as their secondary. They play against these scrub-ass teams. They get to these big games, and their defense pretty much bails them out, and they'll have a quarterback play one amazing game, and all of a sudden, they're the top prospect in the draft as far as quarterbacks are concerned. And it's ridiculous because JT Barrett was never that great of a quarterback. Braxton Miller was never that great of a quarterback. Terrell Pryor, Dwayne Haskins, the list goes on and on.
Terrell Pryor was Cam Newton before Cam Newton. And they did not use him.
I think he had less arm talent.
Yeah, but he was more athletic. I agree with that.
He was more athletic.
And his arm talent would have been just enough to be a decent quarterback in the NFL. They just didn't use him.
But I mean, yeah, but he was the only one out of the ones I named that played any extended amount of time at the position either.
Oh, I agree. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying it's just that the fact that Terrell Pryor is the one that actually had the potential to be a great quarterback in the NFL, and they didn't use him.
So, like Jared Green says, hell no, to be honest, Haskins might be the best quarterback that might have a shot. And that's the point I'm making. He was a bit overhyped because he was really the only guy coming out of Ohio State that could throw the ball at a really good clip from the pocket.
I agree. I can agree.
But, once you get to the NFL, it's different, man. I don't think he played enough games against high-profile talent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem when you play in the Big Ten, because when you get in the Big Ten, you got Michigan State in Michigan.
Yeah.
Every now and then you might have Iowa or Wisconsin.
Wisconsin every now and then.
Yeah, that's it. But it's going to be Michigan State. Oh, I take that back. Penn State. They're going to give you a run every now and then too. But they're like a lower tier SEC team, because every time they come down to play an SEC team, they get ramrodded. They get beat up. Like, what the hell?
Well, let's be honest. The Big Ten is really cornerback and running back, conference.
True.
And a line.
And they had a couple of
linemen.
They had a couple of linebackers.
Linebackers in an offensive line, right? But it's not like this factory of quarterbacks that people make it.
No. You even go look at Penn State, Michigan.
Yeah.
Like they don't push out quarterbacks. You're right.
Penn State always has a really tough quarterback that can take a lot of punishment, scramble a little bit.
Yeah, I thought Penn State was always like a linebacker.
Yeah. Always.
That goes all the way back to LeVar Arrington.
Ohio State definitely for wide receivers.
For years, these schools have been
running backs.
Yeah, they've been the same. I mean, look, all the way back to the Troy Smith days, Antonio Holmes, Ted Ginn, right?
You can go even further back. Yeah, Mars Correct, 2002.
It's like, these schools don't really change, even with the, it seems like even with the coaches coming in, they don't really change as far as like what type of pro talent they're pushing out. Every single conference, every single major school has their own blueprint of like what they're pushing out as far, Georgia's going to be a running back in cornerback school and a linebacker school. That's just what they're going to be. They push out those three main positions. It's not like it used to be with Miami where they had, every position was just, fucking stacked.
Right.
So the point is, people need to be more careful when they're assessing these quarterbacks coming out of college, because I was hearing that Joe Burrow had 1 year. This is what I was hearing. Joe Burrow only had 1 year, and look at the rest of the years. But you're not assessing him based on his ability and what he did against the top teams in the nation when it mattered the most. So you can't. So that 1 year, it's like saying, well, Darrelle Revis only had it's like when people are calling Darrelle Revis the best cornerback in the league after that 1 year of clamping everybody. Well, we just saw him do it for 1 year, so it's like this isn't a wait and see. He literally did it game after game after game. So it's the same with Burrow. Yeah, we only saw 1 year of Burrow completely, but in that 1 year, he had a record-breaking season. He torched the best defense in the country on the biggest stage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One thing about Joe Burrow, I always thought that, he was going to be fine in the NFL. I just didn't want to sell him.
Intangibles.
Yeah, I just didn't want to sell him. I didn't want to give him too much of a leash to say, like, okay, he's going to take the NFL by storm and or just be in the middle of the pack. I still think that he's going to get there. Hell, he might even get there by the end of the season, because he's already doing things that some quarterbacks aren't doing now. But I know he just have a lot of growing pains, and he'll get there.
And Daniel Daly, Mel Kiper is the fucking Dave Meltzer of the football community.
All right.
He doesn't know shit about he Mel Kiper and Todd McShay with their analysis are no different than the ratings adjusters on Madden. They claim to know so fucking much, but there's several things they don't take into account. You would think they would. They don't watch the games by some of the shit they say. It's just like the cornerback last year. I forget who it was. There was a cornerback. They were talking about how undisciplined he was, and he's like, "Bro, I didn't commit any pass interference this year. Like, literally none." You're talking about how undisciplined. It's like this stupid shit that they say, and people hang on to it because they have some big ass draft board. Doesn't mean anything.
Let's let's look at a couple of these people in the chat. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Shout out to everybody who's here. Hit the like button. Hey, also share the video, because if you share it, more people will see us doing what we do over here, and they may, like somebody who don't even know that we exist. If you share it, somebody that's in your circle of YouTube may see that you're sharing it, and they may come over here, and then you can talk shit to them in the comments, because they'll come over. Complimentary Sports said, I'm glad Haskins is down. He will get better and the media will stop bashing. DJ, what you think about that?
It's the fans that I'm more worried about, because it's like an all-out war in the fan base. You know, you got people like, oh, I told you so, or they're jumping to conclusions where it's just like, well, they're moving on from Haskins. I was like, no, just because the coach for whatever. And it's funny because for the first time, we have a coach that can explain everything point to point and be straight up and not have any like hidden agenda. But yet you have people in the fan base still trying to decipher smoke signals that are non-existent. So I like the fact that Ron Rivera in these pressers just explained, like he literally put everything on the table. I'm like, that thing about whether he was slacking off or not, I mean, as far as Haskins, that came from an unnamed teammate. So we still got teammate snitching, but you know,
what else is in, right?
But there is on tape of Haskins and a veteran linebacker. I think what was Sean Davis? Not Sean Davis. It was a linebacker they had just signed. I think he previously was a linebacker in Carolina. Was telling them about his staring down receivers, and Haskins was like, "No, I didn't." It was like, "Yes, you did. Look at the tape." What they don't show you is that he went back to that linebacker. Was like, "You know what? You're right. You did."
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, even no matter what, I mean, Bills know. I mean, all of us know we've played football, so we know, like, when you see the new guy, you try to tell them something, they're so up and down that they don't know what you're talking about, to after they constantly make that mistake, and then they'd be like, oh, okay, I see what you're talking about.
Thomas
I mean, I think, yeah, Thomas Davis. Yeah, I think we all done that at one point, even when we're just not even playing real football, like we're playing in the street, or like we're playing on like regular pickup football, somebody tell you, hey, man, you did this, and you're like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Then after a while, you probably, you know, as you learn, you will know. Joe Numbers, I'm gonna this one for you, Bills. Joe Numbers says Washington should be starting Alex Smith. At least let's see what he has. They're paying him $20 million, I believe. What do y'all think about? Well, I did say this for you, Bill, so you go first. What do you think about that new guy? What is his name? Is he new or he's a rookie?
Kyle Allen?
Yeah, Kyle. Is he starting?
Yeah.
Because what do y'all think about him starting over Alex Smith?
We talked about him last year when we were doing the games week by week, and we're like, "Yo, this kid on the Panthers, man."
Oh, he's the guy from the. Oh, never mind. Then. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I don't have a problem with him starting then. Never mind. Yeah, I thought he was somebody else. Okay.
But I don't think Alex Smith should be starting. He's in no position to start right now. The dude hasn't done anything football wise.
Right now, I'm not saying that. I'm not.
Wait, what you mean by, like, you talking about playing the games? Because he's been practicing.
He's been practicing
this whole entire time. He just hasn't participated in any games, and this is, and again, we go back to the fact that this is not a normal season. There's been no preseason, no OTAs, no nothing. So no one knows. Really, nobody knows. I'm
gonna be honest. I have no reserve. I have no reserve opinion for either one playing. I mean, because I didn't know Kyle Allen was that guy from the Panthers. I have no reserve for either one, honestly.
You said Kyle Allen's another Kirk Cousins. I
wouldn't say that.
I don't think.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I get it why people say Alex Smith should play. He has the experience and he's cleared to play, like Joe Numbers say.
I would definitely hold off on playing Alex. Get Kyle in there and let him do work.
Paul George didn't play too, and he didn't look the same for an entire year.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here. I can't disagree with either one since I know who Kyle Allen really is. I don't have a bone to pick with either one. Alex has the experience, and we know Kyle Allen could do something. So you can't go wrong with either one, in my opinion.
I just know.
No. We're not going to do that, Jared Green. Who were his targets?
Hold on. He said what?
Nathan Peterson.
He said the fan. Peterman? Nah, I'm pretty sure he meant Peterman. Nah, man. I ain't gonna do that man like that. That man wasn't that bad.
I want to know who his targets were. The same people that Panthers fan said Cam Newton was thrown to, Kyle Allen was thrown to, and he was having success. So we can't do that. Don't do that.
Well, I will agree with the fact that Kirk Cousins does stuff stats. he's a stat stuffer. I've tried to tell everybody, especially in the Minnesota fan base, this man will only throw a certain amount of touchdown passes unless he gets paid. He hit 30 and hasn't been there, and has only been hovering around there his whole entire career.
Jerry Green, Kyle Allen, without a legitimate number one receiver last year, in 12 games, had 3,300 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 16 picks. 16 picks is a fucking accomplishment on that team. He had no targets. If you give him Robbie Anderson this year, you don't think he's going to step those stats up? Let me ask you a question. How can you stuff the stats with no targets?
It's a good question.
Come on, bro. That's crazy.
No, and I will agree. He said, Joe Number says Kyle Allen is no game changer. No, but
it's not about
it's not being brought in to be a game changer.
That's what I'm about to say. Based on what you got right now, Kyle Allen versus Alex Smith, who haven't played in a while, you're not really hurting either one by putting one of them out there.
Don't do that, we're not doing that Matt Castle shit. Bro,
I mean, that was fool's gold.
No, I'm just saying. I honestly believe that in this situation, it's a wash. You can't go wrong with putting either one out.
Did you just use Matt Castle as an example?
Kyle Allen is a short-term solution for.
No, I do agree with that.
I wouldn't even say solution. He's just a short-term, situational guy at this point.
Right? Basically, he's a situational quarterback right now.
Yeah. So bring him in for the fact that you could possibly take control.
And to be honest,
that system that he's experienced in, and just have at it, and then have a guy back him up that has the most experience.
But DJ, you can, like I said, you can say the same thing for both of these guys right now, especially with Haskins on the bench, because Haskins is going to be your future. You can say that for either one, Alex Smith or Kyle Allen. Like I said, when I found out who Allen was, I don't see a problem with putting one over the other. It's almost like splitting hairs, to be honest. Like one has the experience but hasn't played. One has played, but it doesn't have the experience. It's almost a wash, honestly.
Well, the last thing about Alex Smith is mentally going through that. We've never seen a player play after an injury like that.
That's a fact. I agree. That is a fact.
That's why it's best that Alex be the backup. Or technically, I would be with Bills and be like, well, keep him at third, have Haskins back up. I'm open to that too, but I understand why Rivera put Haskins all the way down to holding the clipboard, though. I understand it.
Matt Castle didn't carry anybody anywhere because A, they missed the playoffs, and B, he was a very small part of that team that year. Matt Castle and Kyle Allen aren't close to the same. Kyle Allen is a young quarterback who didn't expect to be playing last year. Cam Newton got hurt. Kyle Allen came in, he played well with no targets because, once again, I asked you to name the targets and you can't name any. That's a strong indication that I'm right. He's on a team now where he has better targets already than he did in Carolina. He's going to play well. No, he is not some transcendent player. He's a transitional quarterback. But at the same time, if you're in the thick of a race to get to the playoffs, you need to get these young guys playoff experience. Then you put a guy like Kyle Allen in that's going to win you games.
I would not be surprised if Kyle Allen plays pretty well.
Because here's the thing. He has a legit number one target.
Right.
F1 McLaurin.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. He puts average to above average stats.
And the thing is, he also has target number 2 who's been emerging, Andre Gibson.
See, Jared.
And like you said, also, it's like what you said earlier, DJ, is like with the way the division is set up right now. I mean, like it's like low risk, high reward. Mm-hmm. You're not like hurting by putting either quarterback in.
Now what?
Just read the comments.
Okay.
Now all of a sudden McLaurin's just okay, despite the
what
he seems.
Ask Darius Slay, who's oh my god! All right, numbers.
He said numbers. He called them numbers. Hey, let's change topics. Let's see. This is gonna be interesting. All right, all you guys right now, we about to talk about some a bunch of nerd stuff. So I guess that's why we're here. We're somewhat nerds.
Correction, it's Antonio Gibson. My fault. I said Andre.
Oh my God, we're hyping somebody who hasn't done anything.
No, nobody's hyping nobody. We just saying the man can play. It's like
I'm hyping him up because of the fact that he's shown since day one he's a legit number one.
DJ said back in training camp last year that they found their number one receiver before this guy played a snap. Let's not do that. You can go and find the podcast. So we're not going to do that, bro. McLaurin has played well against very good cornerbacks. We're not going to sit and act like he hasn't done anything. I hate when people say that. He hadn't done anything. What do you want him to do?
Right.
Is he supposed to win an MVP? What do you want him to do? First team All-Pro? What are we talking about here? Like, he hasn't done anything.
All right, let's talk about this.
Who's your team?
Look, he's the New Orleans Saint.
Okay. I get it then. Go ahead.
Let's talk about this Microsoft and GameStop partnership. This is big news. I mean, I don't know if anybody realizes this is huge, and we're going to discuss this really quick. Let's get into it. What in the world? Why is this? Hold on. And we're going to discuss. Hold on.
Computer got modded his own, started playing.
Yeah, just started playing. You see that, right?
Okay, it's gonna.
Nah, it wasn't my computer. It wasn't my computer. It was my phone. It wasn't my computer. It was my phone. Don't ask why. Don't ask how that happened.
And Marlon Humphrey is one of the best cornerbacks in the league, Jared Green. So I'm glad you brought that up, bro. Tell this man, yo. He might be too busy watching them choke artists down in New Orleans wearing that black and gold. I don't know, bro.
All right, let's get into this. All right, let me put this back.
Why don't y'all have another parade to get Mike Thomas to get back on the field?
All right, GameStop announces a multi-year strategic partnership with Microsoft. Let's see. I don't want to talk about that first.
I'll be carrying around a bunch of Surface Pros in the store.
No, they really are, but it's gonna be a little bit bigger than that. Let's see. I cannot.
Oh shit! That's how big the jump was. Jeez, look at this. Hold up. Let me see if I can see this.
That's what I told you.
This is how big.
It's right up at the top.
It's like meteoric. That's like meteoric.
No, not when it comes to GameStop. GameStop was like pennies.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's like meteoric.
Yeah, but they said right now $14 per share, but they were at like 10 or something with a low of $9.19, and today's high was 13. At least got the 13.64, but now it's 14.15. Yeah, not yet. I would say wait until it grows a little bit more because it did fluctuate once it hit the cap.
Hey, side note, y'all want to see a lot of points be put on the board? Watch Houston college football.
Yeah, Houston does a good job of doing that. All right, let's talk about this. Is under this agreement, GameStop will standardize his back end and in-store solutions and on Dynamics 365, Microsoft Portfolio, cloud-based business applications, customer data platform, empowering associates with integrated experiences across business operation, including finance, inventory, e-commerce, retail, and point of sale. Basically, what that sounds like, it sounds like they're going to be partnering with Microsoft to do what they do in the Microsoft store. I would not be surprised if these GameStop stores turn into like mini Microsoft stores.
No, they'll just turn into outright Microsoft stores. They'll just absorb.
That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would not be surprised. Exactly. It says additionally, associates will be equipped with new Microsoft Surface devices that will transform in-store experience and will help unlock new retail experiences in the future. The mobility of Microsoft Surface will allow associates to move freely within the store footprint, meeting the needs of customers faster and more efficiently.
Now, hold on right there.
Mm-hmm.
What GameStop around the country is packed to the point where you get fuck surfs, bro.
It's not even that.
Walk around and greet customers.
It's not even that. Most GameStop stores are not even that big
Yet.
To be walking around greeting,
but they don't even have to go far to they already walk around the store.
This is like putting a backup camera on a fucking 92 Camry. Why are we doing it? That's what it's like doing. Like why? Like we had tablets in our Sprint store when it was crowded and you could walk around and put the person's information into log into their account, but that's different. This is a fucking GameStop.
All right, this is what it says here. Also, it says, as a part of its transformation, GameStop plans to roll out Microsoft 365 and Microsoft Teams to its stores, empowering more than 30,000 store associates with enhanced productivity and collaboration tools. With Teams and store associates will more easily be able to ask questions and share insights with one another, enabling them to provide a better customer experience. Associates will also benefit from enhanced security and identified management capabilities. Let me tell you what this is. This is basically saving GameStop to transition them to more co-equal physical and digital type of store.
You know
and go ahead.
Actually, this is what this sounds like to me. Merger. People are going to be losing their jobs. That's because basically what's going to happen. That's what this sounds. This is a merger.
VF, this sounds like something that you do when you try to integrate your way of doing business into a company that you're going to absorb, right?
There's nothing wrong with that because GameStop is going to be dying in 5 years either way.
And I get it, but it's just like, that's why when I told DJ before, I'm just like, I'm like, this isn't major news. It's just, I just think that they're absorbing more office spaces to turn them into Microsoft stores, and they'll just be smaller than the normal Microsoft stores, or they'll be the same size as the ones you see in the mall. Because this sounds like something that would be much better suited for a Best Buy or something like that.
George Sherman, the GameStop CEO, said, "This is an exciting day at GameStop as we announced the advancement of an important partnership that capitalizes on the power of our operation platform and significant market share in gaming to accelerate our digital transform, drive incremental revenue streams, and over time, further monetize the digital world of gaming." See, now what I'm saying, they're trying to collaborate and conjoin these two together. Since joining the company last April, we have been on a mission to evolve our strategy to take advantage of our undisputed leadership and position in gaming. Clearly, GameStop is a top destination for an entire spectrum of gaming products, and we are excited about the opportunity to leverage our capabilities in support of the launch of the next generation of gaming consoles and expand our reach and connection to the worldwide gamer community through this partnership. What Microsoft is trying to do.
Wait a minute. Who are you talking to, Aaron Alpha? Who are you talking to?
I don't know, but the first one's free.
Who are you talking to?
It's okay. The first one's free.
What do you have, a fucking bunny as your profile pic? What are you eating fucking candy canes over there?
It sounds like the dude on Facebook.
You ain't gotta tell him nothing. All you gotta tell him, the first one's free.
Bro, your name is Aaron with one A and one R.
Bills. First one's free. And after that, you can sleep with the fishes. All right.
You spelled Alpha with the F.
What I'm about to say. No, what I see here is I see them merging, like you guys said. They're probably going to end up be more Xbox centric. They're probably going to have their stuff with, Sony and Nintendo's probably going to be in there. And they're going to get a cut off of damn near everything that comes out of there that's not, they're probably going to get a cut off everything that comes out of the store. So whatever Sony sells out of there, they're going to get money off of it. Whatever Nintendo sells out of there, they're going to get money off of it.
Let me ask you.
Microsoft is pulling a big-time power move with this, and I think it's really big because a lot of people say, like, Dane Daly, ain't no one going to GameStop. Don't bet on that because people go to Microsoft stores.
You know what's going to happen? GameStop will survive for a while just based on pre-order bonuses that are strictly Microsoft based.
I think it's bigger than that, Bills.
It may be, but I'm saying that's gonna be a big time. That's gonna be a big time thing. Having Microsoft
the fact that yeah, you probably that, and they probably get some exclusive out of there. But what I see is the fact that Microsoft is taking a hold of them in the partnership, as a partnership. GameStop's not going anywhere. Microsoft, they make too much money for them to fail. And I think, like, I'm looking at the chat, a lot of people looking at this as GameStop itself. Nobody goes to GameStop itself for their games. Nobody goes there for their shitty practices. But with Microsoft there, I promise you that shit is going away. Microsoft is not going to go for that shit. They're not going to put this partnership together. Go to a Microsoft store right now. They don't even do that type of shit that GameStop is doing. And they're not going to have to do it because you're backed by a multi-billion-dollar company. They don't have to hurt for money anymore. They don't have to hurt for trying to get upsells and use games. They're not going to have to do that shit no more. That is exactly complementary sports. There will be a lot because of Microsoft. Microsoft, which I would have never thought they would have done this, but because you would have thought that Best Buy or Walmart or one of these other companies would have bought them out because they're in retail. For them to do this, they have like legit stability. They're not going nowhere. And trust me, I would not be surprised once this take place. These Microsoft I ain't gonna say loser, but these Microsoft workers aren't going to be haggling you to buy stuff out of there. They're not going to have to do these point of sale stuff to stay alive. So you're not going to have to worry about that. It's going to be in a situation where like people do go to Best Buy. Okay, I may need to buy this tablet. I may need to buy some PC parts, or I might need to buy this 4K TV. I might need to buy this. Oh, I can do this. I can buy some Microsoft products as well while getting certain games. And not only that, let's say you do go to a Microsoft/GameStop store and buy something digitally from them. Maybe you'll get it cheaper from going through there. It's not this right here is not going to have that same old school GameStop vibe to it. No, they're not going to have
these motherfuckers gonna turn into a third party Microsoft store that's an authorized dealer, and they're gonna fuck you over just like a third party.
And now that I can believe that. I definitely can believe that because like, okay, we need you to do this, this, and this for our store. Motherfucker, we're partnering with you. We got the money. You better do this. Now, I do understand that. But like, I think you guys need to. You got to think of this outside of GameStop at this point. They don't have to do these shitty practices to stay alive. Microsoft is backing you. Microsoft has like they're probably like top 3 is like the most money in the world as far as
exactly, Mr. Ham.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is, and that's why I said if you got stock in them, you better get it now. It's exactly. He's right. That's the reason why Microsoft got involved with this to bail them out.
Well, it's just making it easier for them to transition into bankruptcy and dissolve into being a part of a Microsoft and not being in existence anymore.
I can agree with that.
I'll be right back.
Okay, and now, Bills, I can believe within the next 5 to 10 years, I can see where the name GameStop itself will be no more. I can see that. I totally I can.
I don't think their type of business is going to exist anymore, though, because I mean, less and less people are trading in physical games because less and less people are buying physical games. I think it's going to be a situation, like I said, where like
David Daly brought up
DLC exclusively with Xbox.
But you do know what though? But one thing though, people do go to Microsoft stores though. They do that.
They do, but I mean,
it's a win for Microsoft easily. I think when you look at this, I don't think
it's gonna be a slow process to that though.
I don't think people need to look at this as a GameStop being the same what it is now. You're not gonna have, like I said earlier, I mean I say it again, you're not gonna have these bullshit ass upsells that they're trying to get you to, you know, pre-order this or buy a used game that. They don't have to do that no more under this partnership. Microsoft got them. Now, like you said, 4 or 5 years from now, it may be a slow transition. Before you know it, there's no GameStops no more. It'll be just a bunch of Microsoft stores that selling Xbox shit, and maybe they'll branch out to, you know, Sony or Nintendo. Say, hey, you can put your consoles in our store for a fee, or whatever the case may be. I can see, but as far as physical copies, I'm with you on that. That could probably go away within the next couple of years.
Because it's going to turn into a Microsoft store. They just said they're going to be putting out associates from Microsoft stores into these stores. They're
Right.
basically training them to work for Microsoft. That's essentially what they're doing. They're holding the GameStop name. They're going to slowly but surely change the framework of how they sell to people and all that. I've seen this happen before because I dealt with a company that got bought out. And this is how it happens. They slowly but surely move in and change the infrastructure. They keep the name because it has name identity. And then slowly but surely they ease all of your business practices out. They ease theirs in. They do the thing
or they might start stealing some of the stuff that actually was supposed to work with GameStop and take it and make it better.
Of course, they do the things with the Surface Pro. They're going to have all the DLC exclusivity. They'll probably say, they're going to start signing contracts with these companies to get exclusive rights to certain things when you pre-order. And that's going to be the way they can capitalize off of that. And then when they're tired of video game business in 5 or 10 years, they'll just say, all right, no more GameStop. That's it.
Yeah, I totally see that. Phil Spencer also said something. He said, for many years, GameStop has been a strong go-to market partner for our gaming products, and we're excited about continuing and evolving that relationship for the launch of the Xbox Series X and S. GameStop extensive store base focus on digital You see that, right?
Yeah, digital transformation.
Extensive store base focus on digital transformation in the omni-channel environment, and expert gamer associates. Well, they're not experts that were there. I'm sorry. It remain an important part of our gaming ecosystem. We're pleased to elevate our partnership.
You're not experts where literally the application basically just asks, so how many gaming consoles have you owned?
Right. I mean, exactly. It's like you kind of see the writings on the wall. I think I will be surprised if GameStop is still around after maybe 2025. But I'm looking at it from a Microsoft standpoint. I'm not trying to do this game.
I give it a year.
I'm not trying to do this fanboy and stuff because we don't see Izzy here. But I truly think this is a power move by Microsoft. Microsoft is basically they're doing something big on their end, and to an extent, it could. I ain't gonna say it's going to necessarily hurt Sony or Nintendo, but it does take a chunk out of what they do because they do sell stuff out of games. I mean, we can talk about their shitty practices in selling games and in the way they sell them, but when it comes to consoles, a lot of people go to GameStop for their consoles, used and new. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Daniel Daly asked a question. This is going to be, he said, so if you pre-order from the store, do they just send it to the console, or is that what they're aiming at, or just a way to have more of your information? Well, probably a little bit of both.
I think another thing they're going to do is this is also going to be a hub for any issues with your Microsoft account. This is going to be a hub for any issues with your Xbox. This is going to be a hub for things like that. And like I said, they're just slowly but surely infiltrating their infrastructure, but at the same time, they're keeping the gaming balance there. They're going to bring in customers. There's going to be a lot more foot traffic as a result of.
The only way I see anything different, and I doubt that this will happen because I haven't talked about physical copies of games in a while. Y'all know I'm big on it. Y'all see and behind me. I haven't talked about it in a while because I don't see any value of getting any physical copies of Xbox Series or PS5 games. I see no value in none of those games as of right now, and I don't think I will. I think there'll be a value of them of PS4 games. I think you can get value out of the Xbox One games or the Xbox One X. I think there's value in collecting those, but I have no interest in getting any PS5 or Xbox Series physical games. I have none.
Yo, and mark my words.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
And mark my words, bro. They're gonna start bundling Xbox Series X with Microsoft watches,
tablets,
Microsoft tablets,
phones. Don't they still do Microsoft phones?
They Microsoft, the Windows phones. They
still
barely.
They barely do them. Okay.
Yeah,
they're gonna start bundling all of that
stuff. It wouldn't be surprised you walk out of there with like Microsoft, like Windows 10 or something. You walk out with the code.
I'm telling you, they're gonna start bundling all that shit.
And you know what? Dan Daly comes up with another another comment. The tablet connects to the Xbox. Let me tell you something right now. This is one thing that Xbox did very well. I'm talking about the vanilla Xbox, the Xbox One S and X. If you got an iPad or a Samsung tablet, you can connect your tablet to the console, and it does a phenomenal job of keeping things in order for you. I remember Madden 25 when they had the smart glass.
Yep.
I mean, I'm surprised they went away from it, because that's something not just for Madden, I'm just talking about in general. The Xbox app on a tablet, I got my iPad right here. It was one of the best things that I've seen in gaming in general. I mean, just to have like information right here while you're playing your console, and it's like it's 1-to-1. They need to get back to that. I think they should do that again, because a lot of people would take advantage of that if they honestly, because it's kind of like having a DJ, you would know. It's kind of like having a second monitor while PC gaming, but the second monitor is not affected because you know how you do when you do a monitor. Sometimes the second monitor be a little wonky or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of not like that, because if you have a tablet, it's like on the fly, you can game like that. Like when I play Madden 25, I can pick my plays, or I can see the tendencies of my opponent through the tablet. Madden 25, matter of fact, it was in Madden 25. I think it was in all the Maddens up until 19. I'm not sure. But Smart Glass was great, because when you had a franchise mode, their tendencies that was in franchise mode for the CPU was in the tablet, and you can see what they're going to run, and you know what they run X amount of times and what percentage. They got away from that, and I don't know why. It was phenomenal. They need to do that again. What's going on, Engraving Viz? Appreciate you coming through. Let's see. Mr. Ham says, "Oh, trust me, GameStop reputation will change." Yep, they will. You're not gonna have that bullshit no more. I promise you.
Yeah, it will be GameStop.
Also, Dane Daly says Michigan can be easier than stopping a game fully.
They're gonna change the model for their trade-ins too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all that's changing. Yeah, all that's changing.
I was gonna say they're gonna change the model. Yeah, they're gonna change the model for the trade.
Yeah, they're gonna change. It's not gonna be predatory, and hopefully Microsoft slaps around GameStop a couple of times and don't give you $5 for a brand new game you bought last week. So hopefully that'll change as well.
Well, they'll figure out a way to do it digitally.
Ooh. That would be dope, though. No, I agree with you. That would be dope.
Because if they can access your account and make sure the next time you download it, you'd have to buy it again. I mean, of course, they'd have the power to do that, and then you can trade it in digitally.
Yeah, I mean, they have all your information, so it's not like it's going to be type of a scam or whatever, or anything like that. Yeah. There's another thing. This might be in the future, because Steam is kind of they're flirting with this too. He said, "Will they ever let you sell downloaded games potentially?" Steam is actually trying to do that now, where if you have a game that you don't want anymore, you can sell it back to them, or you can sell it to one of your friends on Steam. They're actually trying to do that.
But how? But whoa.
Oh, I don't know how. I'm just telling you that's what they're flirting with.
Well, I was gonna ask if it's like a thing where it wouldn't really be a trade and it would be a sellback. I wonder if there was any way to, in this case, sell it back. But then what would the value be? Because quite frankly, you can't do it on the disc-based situation.
Right.
You do it based on the value of the game at this point.
I will say this: this would be a start. It'll probably be value based on the popularity of the game. Like say for instance, like say Steam or whatever. Let's say you just bought Madden 21 or Madden 2 or NBA 2K21 next gen digitally, and say, all right, I played this for 2 weeks. I got it on another console, or I don't want to play it no more. I want to sell it back. Well, since the fact that the game is still popular right now, maybe they'll give you X amount of dollars instead of they be trying to dick over you. You know what I mean?
That'd be funny. That'd be funny. That'd be funny if they could look and see how much you played it.
Yeah, like hold on. Wait a minute, you played the 60 hours. You wanted that? All right, we'll give you $3.
Yeah, if they looked at how much I play NW13, they like, motherfucker, we give you your money and the taxes back. Take all that shit back. You played 30 minutes of that shit. Yeah, that shit must have been garbage. Take all that back.
Like, hold on, you only got past the intro. Nah, never mind. We give you everything back.
You know how many people would race to trade in GTA 5? That shit's been on the top selling games the past 5 years.
But you know what? They probably can't get nothing. They probably can't get nothing back from it because everybody got the shit already. Like, why?
You said popularity, so I mean,
well, that is true. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something about this real quick before I get to NHL 21. Dane Daly said GameStop had Halo 3 for $50 for years. You know what else they had for a lot of money for years? It's 2 games they had for a lot of money for years. That's 360 games: Need for Speed Most Wanted and MLB 2K13. Those, obviously, you know, the college hoops and NCAA 10. But Need for Speed, the Most Wanted game was, I think that's exclusive 360 or something like that. So, MLB 2K13, I don't know why, because the PS3 version was like $10 or like $8, but for some reason the 360 version was like $39.99, $49.99. I don't know why. It was weird.
Is GTA 6 coming out? They don't have a set date right now. It's early.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
They have confirmed that it's being developed.
It's being worked on. And I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all be very wary about GTA 6. I'm not trying to downplay it, but y'all know the creative director, the founder of Rockstar Games. Y'all know he left a year and a half ago.
I heard.
Yeah, he's gone. So y'all be wary about GTA. I'm not saying there's gonna be a bad, but Les Benzies is gone.
This is why complimentary. Because motherfuckers still play GTA 5 online like the shit's brand new. And as long as that happens, they're not putting out another one. You won't see another Fortnite game.
I wonder if he's saying why, because I said be wary of GTA.
I think he might. Well, it could be both, I guess.
Yeah, it could be. But no, I'm just saying, like, the guy who started Rockstar and was basically the creative director of the game, he's gone now. So be wary of GTA 6.
Was there an MLB 2K14?
No, the 13 was the last one.
That was the last one, Casey.
But still, it's like, 2K13, I think is a great baseball game. Don't get me wrong. But even though it's the last one, why the PS3 version is like $8? Because the 360 version is like $35, $40.
Because for the longest time, multi-platform sports games definitely have played better on Xbox.
That is true. Because
look at All-Pro.
That and Madden 08, NCAA 14.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, that is true because I like playing. Live 10 NCAA basketball.
I came over from Xbox 360.
That's why the PlayStation heads get so mad when I say it, but I'm like, the multi-plats are gonna play better on Xbox. It's just how it is.
Let me tell you something about. I'm gonna tell you something about Xbox. I don't know why people get mad. Hey, this is nothing new for Xbox. Even this deal with GameStop, the original Xbox. Yeah, nothing was going up against the original Xbox when that came out. The PS2, no. Yeah, they had games, but as far as graphics and power, no. GameCube, no. Dreamcast, no. 360, it was like on par with the PS3 as far as graphics, but it was much easier to develop for it. That's why the games look better over there.
I saw somebody tweet.
I think the only time Xbox dropped the ball was the first Xbox One. And then they went right back. They got the Xbox One X, and they went right back on top to being the most powerful console.
I saw somebody tweet out. They said the only reason why Xbox pre-orders are gone is because people couldn't get a PS5, so they went and got an Xbox. I said that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If you don't want a console, you're not paying $500 for it.
I'm not gonna say
you're gonna do something with that console.
I'm not gonna say everybody did that, but I could see maybe 5% of people doing that didn't get one. I can see 5%, but I don't think everybody say, "Oh fuck it, I'm not going to do this." So I can see some people's like, you know what?
But
I kind of got the shitty face because I'm mad because I couldn't get my PS. So I'm gonna go to Xbox. I can see, but I don't think it was a lot of people who did that.
A person like me, I'm like, look, just give me either one release day, and I'm good because. Yeah, the multiplats are going to play better on Xbox, but I mean, it's not going to be so much worse on PlayStation.
It's not going to be that big drop,
But for them to,
no, go ahead.
Now I was going to say for them to act like, people weren't planning on playing Miles Morales day one, and then they go and get an Xbox. as a consolation. That's not what was happening. People were buying Xbox.
The problem with that is, though, Bill, the problem with that is Miles Morales is on PS4 Pro.
Well, look, we already talked about that. And PlayStation
You know what I'm saying?
fans got mad about it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts are facts, man.
I put it like this: like when you played, like GTA, for example. Jared Green just said it right here. Xbox is a good. I know he meant console. I love playing my downloaded music on GTA San Andreas. When you play GTA San Andreas on PS2, don't get me wrong, PS2 was the more fleshed out. I ain't gonna say fleshed out. They had the different mode. They had the hot coffee thing on PS2. That's cool. But OG Xbox had better resolution, better textures. You can put your music inside the Xbox, and while you're driving around, listen to your personal music that you downloaded to the Xbox. NFL 2K5, you get the real halftime shows and bills. That's not even just with NFL 2K5. Did you know that that's the case with every 2K5 game that came out? Did you know that NBA 2K5, they had the same issue with their halftime show where it was still shots, but on Xbox, it was the real deal. MLB 2K5 had the same issue where they could not do they couldn't do certain cutscenes the right way, but Xbox had it right. That just wasn't an NFL 2K5.
The other thing is, remember, I mean, on the Xbox 360, when you played certain games, they were upscaled in a beautiful way, like NFL 2K5. I mean, that was a powerful console. Like, Xbox is gonna have the better console PS3, aside from PS4 versus Xbox One.
The PS3, what they did, they didn't do a real upscale of PS2 games or PS1 games when you played it on a fat original PS3. They did an upscale to 1080p, but it wasn't like the Xbox. Like, you go play Halo 2 on Xbox 360. That shit looks beautiful. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just that when you play these games on original, I mean, Xbox always been like that company that push the hardware. And that's one thing I like about them. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I've been leaning towards Xbox this generation because they're finally getting games that look like, okay, they look like they're gonna be doing something that Sony's not doing. I would not be surprised if Xbox take the lead this time because Xbox is doing big things. It's something about the PS5 just not rubbing me the right way.
I think they're gonna win. I think Xbox is gonna win in the long haul. And the reason
and I'm sorry, I know Izzy, if you listen, it's not no fanboy stuff. I'm just being honest. They're doing something. I'm just saying. I'm being honest. Xbox is rubbing me the right way right now, and I'm not saying that on the homo shit. Like, look, I'm not saying on the homo shit. I'm like, they're it's something about that console. Like, look,
rubbing me all the right way.
Halo.
It's something about that console that's saying, like, look, they might be the console this year. Like, seriously,
Xbox,
I don't know,
bro. For me, like I said, I told DJ this before we were talking about something I'll bring up off air. When I look at the multiplats, bro, and I look at situations like, Assassin's Creed and other games, it's just I want to play. Well, I'd say that back. I wanted to play those exclusives on PlayStation. Now, I'm not as excited to.
I'm telling you, it's something about the PS5. It's like I'm not. It's just something about it make me not want to get it right away.
And it's not even that it's not going to be a great console because it is.
No, I agree.
But he said on his.
I'm all over the place. I got a whole bunch.
I'm sure you are all over the place.
Like, I got a whole bunch of personalities. I was doing a promo, and then now I'm Johnny Gill. Like, what's happening, right?
Multifaceted.
Right. But no, it's just something about the PS5. It's like, all right, this looks like a console I'm going to get probably next year or something. I want to get the Series X like right now. It's something about it that it's like, I want that.
I feel like I will go all in on the PlayStation when the show comes out, only because
the show of Gran Turismo 7.
because it's gonna be multi-platform, but at the same time, I don't know why, but for some reason, I feel like there's some kinks they're gonna have to work out the first year on Xbox or whatever platform they're gonna go to.
Yeah,
I feel like it's naturally gonna be better on the Sony console because it's literally a Sony production. Like that's their game.
I can understand that. I'm waiting for the Gran Turismo 7 bundle for the PS5. I think that's when I'm gonna get it. When Gran Turismo 7 drops, I'm almost certain they're gonna have a bundle with it, and I'll probably get it then.
Or the first true exclusive game for the PlayStation 5. Not something you're putting on PlayStation 4 Pro. Literally, this is for PlayStation 5. You cannot play this.
Before we get to NHL, did they say that God of War Ragnarok is gonna be on the Pro?
Let me look.
I thought I heard that.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Right.
I'm also wouldn't be shocked if it was an expansion to
wow.
because you think about it. For those that have already played through God of War, there's a section of the game that you can't even access. So let's not even.
That's what I thought. They said it's going to be on the Pro. That's what I thought.
It's probably going to be an expansion, and you'll be
because it said it continues the PS4 exclusive original story arc. While no exact details have been confirmed outside of the 2021 release, we should expect God of War 2 to release on both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5.
Yeah, because one of the questions that came out was it came out, so it was about even though it doesn't have a date, the fact that they announced it so quickly.
That's what I'm saying, because it's supposed to be coming out like next year or something, right?
But see, this worries me that they're talking. I hate these extended lives of consoles where you're holding back the next gen console. They said Sony recently confirmed the PS4 will live alongside its next gen successor until at least 2024. That's too long, man.
Yep.
Well,
3 years.
God of War is going to be on there then.
It's going to
is. Yeah, he just read it.
That's what I'm saying. So that's to me. Like
Expansion.
I said, when I go back to console seller, what am I playing on this console that I can't play on the other console? That's why I say 2K it's not even a console seller. Get it on either one. It's a next gen seller.
See, that's why it felt like when you start, like when the noise starts kicking up about one particular thing in gaming, that's what the companies are going to try to take advantage of. And it's like when everybody was like, well, I got to have backwards compatibility. I got to be able to, whatever. And it's like now with this generation, you got it. You got backwards compatibility. Yeah. But now you're not going to have any like really new games until 3 years later.
So look forward to 4 more years of remakes. 4 more years of remasters.
Like 4 more years,
bro. Just wait, DJ. I guarantee you, everybody's gonna run out. They're gonna buy a PS5, and guess what's gonna happen? Last of Us 2 remastered is gonna come out next year, and people gonna be sick to their stomachs. Like I brought a fucking PS5. And I thought I was going to be playing this shit new and
improved. Some people going to have to readjust their furniture. PS5. That thing is thick.
Yeah, that thing is huge, yeah. But I mean, that's like I said, it's like that's why another reason why I'm looking forward to Gran Turismo 7. That's because I know that game. One thing I can say about those guys over there, and we talked about this. I think we talked about this last episode after the episode was over. The guys at Gran Turismo, they always build their games from the ground up, and they always give you the high quality games. That's why sport looks so good. Gran Turismo 5, 6, 4, all of them, they always look good because I know I'm going to get a next gen product that's exclusive. I can't say that for any other game. Forza 8, I know they're going to be doing their thing as well. I have no faith in the new Halo game, none. But that game, that game we both like, DJ Medium, is it called Medium or something like that? That's on Xbox. Is it called Medium or what is that game that Xbox got that's coming out? It's called.
Is it that one that that I don't even remember, honestly.
I'm about to look it up now.
Because my thing, I'm just thinking about the last consoles, right? And when Xbox One came out, you couldn't play Rise Son of Rome on the Xbox 360.
shoot, you could barely play it on Xbox One.
Right?
So,
Right.
But it's like you know what I'm saying. It was made for next gen. Like those graphics were like welcome to next gen. Like that was like
yeah, but that console wasn't made for next gen.
Look,
That was
look,
that's
that,
why
that
they had
Xbox
that
One
mid-gen
was,
refresh.
That Xbox One. Xbox. Thank God for the Xbox One X, bringing some legitimacy back to Microsoft, because that Xbox One versus that PS4 was not pretty, man. They showed GTA running on that bad boy.
The Pro is a 1080p 60 console. I don't know why they kept telling. I don't know why they kept trying to push 4K on it. You can run damn near any game.
Because the noise, once again, for that generation was resolution, graphical upgrades. You gotta be able to see clearly.
By the way, I was talking to my boy on saw my boy on Facebook today. For any of y'all that are worried about having to get a new TV for these consoles, don't be. If you have a
Don't do it.
Yeah,
if you have
don't
a 4K
do it.
console, you're gonna get the graphics that are in the trailer. Don't worry about it. This is not a resolution situation. You want to know how I know? Go and watch that 2K trailer. Put it down to 480p. I guarantee you, you're gonna see the same improved muscle tone and all that stuff at a lower resolution. That's not a resolution problem. That's a tech problem. If you have a 4K TV, you're good.
Shout out to 480p. My good old original Xbox 480p.
Good old 1987.
480p is you got a bad connection, a bad signal somewhere, and you want to watch that video. 1080p isn't loading quick enough. That's what 480p is good for.
But like that's serious. Like that's one reason why I was talking before about the PS4. I see myself getting games for my PS4 because most of those games you get the Pro, you put it down to 1080p. You get high frame rates, you get very good performance. You try to run some of those games at 4K, that should be all over the place, man.
Like only when I tried to run 4K, I think I ran 2K and I ran MLB The Show with like 4K HDR. It looked pretty nice.
It looks nice, but you have your
Xbox is just so much smoother.
Yeah, you have your dips in those games. Like that's the problem. Like you have frame rate issues, even though it is running. Like the only game I know is two games I know that don't have that issue. Obviously they're racing games like the Wipeout series and Gran Turismo Sport. You can run those at 4K 60 and that's fine.
And Forza.
It seems like with those games, motion blur helps that out a great deal.
True.
Yeah, I'll talk about the Pro bills.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I know Forza 7 on the X is legit. That's legit.
How long?
Oh, shout out to that. That game now is on Xbox Game Pass. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I highly recommend it. I'm a motorsport guy, so I'm biased, but I highly recommend it.
How long did they support the PS3 after the PS4 came out?
Till
could have been more than a year, right?
PS3 was still supported till 2018, I think.
When did they cut online services for the PS3? Because they're still running.
Yeah, they said I'm gonna say like some games stop, but as far as you can go on PS3 right now and go to the PSN store.
But they were still making.
But you can't. But right now you can't through Sony. You can't even purchase a PS3 game.
No, they're about to stop that on the website. You can still do it through your console.
When did they stop making new games for the PS3?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. New games. You can still buy games, but they're not new games.
2018. Yeah, 2018 was like the last time they really started making games for the PS3. It was like 2018, 2017.
So that's a 4-year transition period.
Long, man.
Yeah. So, NBA 2K18 came out on PS3.
So the fact.
Go ahead, dude.
I was about to say, for the fact that this is a shorter transition period, actually, technically, it's relatively the same.
Yeah.
Just a couple of upgrade consoles, yeah.
My thing is, I'm just like, look, bro, you want to support it for another year, that's fine, but after that, you got to either get a new console or just move to the side, bro. I'm sorry. Like,
Tell them, Bill. Don't be like me and have all these junk ass consoles.
But it's just like I didn't buy a PS. If I'm a person that bought a PS5, I didn't buy a PS5 for you to still be supporting these motherfuckers who got a PS4. I'm sorry, I did.
I agree with that. Now, see that I agree with. My thing, you know how I feel about backwards compatibility. I'm big on it, but I don't want the games that's supposed to come out on PS5 being developed for the PS4. I don't want that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's like if you sat and you didn't buy a 4K TV the whole time you saw the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. Now the Xbox Series X and the PS5 coming out, you gonna bitch about, oh well, shit, ain't no point in me buying a console. I don't got a 4K TV. That's your fault.
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty much.
That's your fault.
Like they should like this God of War thing. That shouldn't happen. Honestly, I don't even think the Miles Morales and the Horizon Zero on the new Going West, whatever the name that game is,
Forbidden West.
Yeah, Forbidden West. That game should not be on the PS4.
Nah, bro.
At
like,
all. That should not be on the PS4.
There's a gradual transition that happens with technology, right? Where people move from flip phones to phones with keyboards. Then they move from phones to keyboards to straight up smartphones. It's the same with TVs. We went from HD to 4K, and some people took a little bit longer to move to 4K, but they had plenty of time for that transition. In this situation, people had a mini console generation to mull this over. If you if you're not going to get a PS5 at this point, especially with them keeping it at this price point, it didn't really rise. Matter of fact, it's like exactly the same if you get the digital version as the last one. Come on, bro. It's like, that's crazy to me that you're still supporting people who are basically just stuck in the past.
Right.
That's crazy. I mean, for 4 years.
Like I said, my thing is the BC backwards compatible should be optional, but it should not be catered to.
No, bro.
It should not be catered to.
Absolutely not.
I have no problem if you put the technology in the console and say, hey, if you want to play your old games on this console, that's fine. But I do not need to be catered to, like, please make something for me because I decided to stay behind. No.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like
I'm not
Morales. Yeah, Miles Morales should be on the PS4.
It should not be on the PS4. And you know how they do you, right? How they did people, right? They end up making a PS5 version for the Spider-Man that's on PS4.
Yeah.
Like that. Why would you do that?
You gotta pay for it.
Why would you do that? Like,
and I was upset. You know I was upset when we talked about the GTA thing. Where now we get an official remaster.
That's the same thing.
It's like
they're better. You know what? They're better off leaving that game where it is and put your assets to GTA 6.
And I don't know if y'all agree with me on this, but would y'all have had a problem if Last of Us 2 just came out strictly as a PS5 game? It wasn't made for the PS4.
I wouldn't have a problem at all.
No, I wouldn't either. Knowing what I know now and me playing that game and knowing that it's 1440p 30, they could have just put it on the PS5. Put it on a PS5 and give me 4K 60. I would have lived with that.
It's like,
and the thing about it, Bills, even when you take it down to 14, or even when you take it down to 1080p, it's still at 30 frames. Yeah, what the fuck is going on with that? That makes no sense.
None.
That's stupid.
None. Because I don't want to be that guy that, let's say I go around Christmas time and get a PS5. Next year they release Uncharted and that shit's on PS4. No, bro. No, you can't have your flagship titles lagging behind. These are supposed to be console sellers. Why is God of War on PS4? You had one on PS4. They can play that one. This is a continuation. Get a PS5. That's how you sell your new consoles. If you tell people they can play those games on a PS4 and all they're really losing is the fact that maybe it'll be 1080p instead of 4K, who cares?
The closest thing they could do, and like I said, and I know we're going back and forth, but this just it makes the point.
Yeah.
The closest thing they could do is with the PS5 or any other console, you have the access to play that PS4 game. So if you want to play God of War, you don't need to have it upscaled or nothing. You can just put the disc in and you can play it. But the next God of War, that's a PS5 exclusive. You cannot keep your PS4 Pro to play the next God of War. You need a PS5. That's the way it should be. The backwards compatibility, fine, but don't cater to me and give me the new game on old shit. Let me play my old shit on the new shit.
Because now they're doing it. Because the thing is, if you got a free upgrade with the Spider-Man situation, I wouldn't have an issue with it. But now they're doing money grabs. They're doing the GTA 5 thing. They're doing the GTA 5 thing. They're doing the Spider-Man thing. There's other games they'll find it for. Because like I said, I guarantee you, just like they did with the first Last of Us, they'll do a Last of Us 2 remaster next year. And everybody's going to lose their fucking minds. And they're going to get the game that they saw in the demo the first time. And everybody's going to be like, oh, shit, this is fucking amazing. Yeah, and you paid for it, you idiot.
Right. Right. Exactly.
But me, it would be fine because I haven't played the game. But if you played all the way through the game and you buy a Last of Us 2 remaster on a PS5, they're duping you, bro.
Just like I said, knowing what I know now, playing Last of Us 2 at 1440p 30, they could have kept that shit and just put it on the PS5 and let me play 4K 60.
And nobody's gonna convince me that shit was running on a PS4 at that fucking thing either. At that E3, at E3, nobody's gonna convince me that was running on PS4 Pro.
Man, but you know what I see? What the main problem is that Sony and Microsoft are trying to have their cake and eat it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because again, they're trying to pull people from the PC crowd to buy their consoles. I felt like they rushed all the consoles out, knowing that they don't have enough, even with COVID. You know, with the whole situation there. And then at the same time saying that, hey, we'll wait for everybody to catch up before we start making new games. It's just like, no, just continue to make those games for the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X until you are ready to kick out new games that are just exclusively for the next gen consoles. So then let the next gen consoles with that setup compete against PC and whatnot. But at the end of the day, PC, when they released the graphics cards, pretty much was like, oh, y'all want, that was nice. Y'all want to do that? All right, we got something for y'all.
But it's like you can't play Horizon Zero Dawn on a PS3. You shouldn't be able to play Horizon 2 on a fucking PS4.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think that, like I said, you should have the option to take your Horizon Zero Dawn, the first one, put that in the PS5 and play that game. But I should not have to play Forbidden West on a PS4. That should not happen.
And of course, there are people out there that are going to say, well, you know, it's unfair to the people who bought a PS4 Pro. I'm sorry, but it's really not unfair.
No, it's not.
I'm about to say life isn't fair.
It's right.
Like, not everybody has the same type of TV. Not everybody makes the same amount of money.
That's like saying it's like, oh well, you know, I got this original DVD player and I want the graphics that come on the Blu-ray player on my DVD player. No, motherfucker, get a Blu-ray player.
You know what? No, I already know what this is called. This is called affirmative action gaming. That's what these companies are participating in.
That's what it is. Well, we just bought a console. Yeah, but you did it to yourself. You bought that console in the middle of the generation.
With these
because
consoles.
Remember, a lot of people bought the middle, you know, the little mini generation consoles, PS4 Pro or Xbox One X, didn't upgrade to a 4K TV, started complaining about why they didn't see any improvements, right? Now, which I remember we talked about it on the podcast. Like, what improvements do you expect to see when that was the whole point? I know why they did it. It was very strategic. They were introducing people to 4K on a console scale, and you know they knew that people would buy it just strictly for the graphical upgrade, and then it was a way for you to get your 4K TV then to be ready for these consoles, right? But so many people missed that. They bought the consoles. They're not happy. Now they're going to say, well, you just released the console. Yeah, they did. You bought it and you didn't get any benefits from it. So now we're going to wait for you again? No. Either buy a PS5 or you're going to be watching gameplay on YouTube saying, I need a PS5. Because you're sure as hell not going to be playing on a goddamn PS4. That shouldn't be how it is.
You know, it's funny. It's like that one government program, No Child Left Behind. This is No Gamer Left Behind.
Yeah. They need to be
both programs.
They need to be left behind. This is like the person that comes into Sprint and says, "Well, why can't I keep this same 2 gigabyte a data plan?" Because motherfucker, it's outdated. Everybody has unlimited data now.
Right.
Come to the 21st century.
Verizon at one point was kicking people off of unlimited because
want 90 weekends and shit. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh God, I remember that.
Well, yeah, I will use my phone before 7 o'clock. So he gives a fuck.
That'd be kind of people still operate that way. Like,
it's crazy.
Hey, you know what? That used to be the shit that was like.
Wait a minute, doesn't T-Mobile have a certain day that you can? Wow, I think they do.
I remember DJ them days like, yo, I got 5 daytime minutes left. Call me back. I remember them days.
Right, hey, I had a phone back then. I know all about it.
They like, yo, look, I only got 5 minutes. Call me back after 9. I got night and weekends.
But that's the thing. It's like Daniel said. People are gonna buy the games anyway. Why wait? If anything, that's gonna put pressure on the consumer to get the new games and new consoles. They're gonna buy.
No. They're not going to put pressure on them if the games is already on the old console. That's the problem.
Yeah, so it's like they need to. People are gonna buy these consoles. Make no mistake about it. They're gonna buy these consoles. We see how quick they swept off the shelves. If they do another pre-order binge again, it's gonna be the same shit. They could do it 5-6 times. It's gonna be the same damn thing. So that means that whoever ran the statistics and assumed that people still needed support on the PS4 or it was going to look bad on Sony or whatever little analytics they tabulated, they're wrong because people are just going to buy a PS5. Plain and simple. When I saw
if they want the games, they will buy it.
When I saw Live 06 and I saw the difference between Live 06 graphically on the PS2 and the Xbox 360, I was like, holy shit, I got to get an Xbox 360. And yes, it's the same game, but my thing is, because there's not such a graphical jump and such a performance jump with most games, from last gen to this gen, like I said, those games are no longer console sellers. Miles Morales is not a console seller now.
Well, Forza 2 and Project Gotham Racing 3, well, mostly Forza 2 was definitely a console seller. When Forza 2 came out, people wanted the 360 like ASAP. Forza 2, Halo 3, what was the other game we just mentioned on 360? Live, was it Live or Madden? One of those two. I mean, they turned out to be trash, but those were console sellers who people wanted.
Live was a huge graphical jump. Live 06 and Madden 06 were both fairly big graphical.
Visually, yes, because you got to think about it. PS2 original Xbox Madden, you turn around and get the 360. It was a big graphical leap. I agree.
Right. So
I mean, it wasn't that Madden 06 trailer, the infamous one. It wasn't that.
Oh, right, of course. But that's what I'm saying. So it's like you can tell the games that are making the leaps by when you see a trailer like 2K, you could tell like that game is making
a
leap, right?
Right.
Battlefield made somewhat of a leap, but the game was already pretty good on 360.
The thing about Battlefield 4, what made people go to play Battlefield 4 when it came out, it was the expansion of players. Because remember, it was like only 32 versus 32.
Mm-hmm.
When Battlefield 4 came out on PS4, it was 64, and people wanted that. It wasn't necessarily like the graphic, because a lot of people don't know Battlefield 4 didn't get a big graphical leap until the PS4 Pro had boost mode.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you got the 4K 60 version of that game. Before then, you didn't get that.
So the thing is, now 2K is coming out smelling like roses with this whole situation, because you're looking at these games that are on the PS4 and the PS5, and people were talking about the $70 price point. Now that you look at the shit that 2K is offering, it's starting to make sense considering the fact these motherfuckers are charging $60 for a game that technically
we're gonna do a topic about that probably next week about the $70 because knowing what we know now about 2K21, that $70 don't seem too far-fetched now if you think about it.
And I don't hear anybody, and maybe this is because people in this community don't play soccer. I don't hear anybody talking about the fact that Pez charged $30 for a fucking cover, basically, and an update of ratings. That's essentially what they charge. I just looked it up today. Pez 2021 is a season update they charge $30 for a roster update. People say Madden's a roster update. No, this is literally a roster update.
I'm not a soccer guy. But based on what everybody says about PES, I will give them a pass for giving them an update. I don't give them a pass for $30, but I will give them a pass for a roster update because it's one console generation to the next.
No, I feel you, but it's pricing wise though, it's like they're not putting out one this year, but they're charging you on the same console $30.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a fan of that. If they do charge you, it should be no more than 5 to 10. But I understand it because just like with live right now, you don't want to come out and you may not have it the way you want it to come out because we've seen some games go to the next generation. That first game be garbage. They might not want to mess up their reputation to have a really good looking game and good fluid game. I get it. I'm not for it, but I understand it. Speaking of a game that's not on next gen yet, let's talk about NHL 21 before we do our picks. I'm gonna let you guys do this because we did the first impressions. Well, no, we didn't do we're going to do the first impressions. Y'all guys played it because I don't have EA Play on my console. So I need to get it for my PS4. I don't know why.
Isn't Xbox? He said, "Isn't Xbox a launch title?"
Wait,
you mean Halo, Daniel?
I don't think Halo is a launch title now. I think they can't. They delayed Infinite.
What are we talking about?
Right now, Microsoft doesn't.
2K is not 2K. Maybe means 2K. 2K is a launch title.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it comes out the 10th.
Well, I don't. Yeah, they get it 2 days. Yeah, they get it 2 days early. What are y'all thoughts about NHL 21? And y'all think I should get it, or what about?
I'll let DJ go.
Well, I did like 2-1. I wound up getting EA Play just for this month, just for this, because I wanted to really get my hands on it. So far, what they've advertised is definitely there. I know I would say my focus would be on the AI improvements as far as teammate support, whether it's offensively, defensively. I think just to go a little bit more specific, defensively, not only are they in better position, they are more active, they are more aggressive, they cut angles off. I think they also just released an update that actually fine tunes that a lot more than we've seen in updates in 20, 19, 18, 17, and 16 and 15 combined.
I'm a big fan of NHL 18 too. I'm a big fan of that game.
So just to see that your teammates are more supportive, the fact that they touted that on passes to teammates, they don't lose speed like they did last year. They pick up the puck and they keep going. I've had a couple of one-timers with Ovechkin where he's like flying, charging towards the net. And even on the one-timer, he didn't lose any speed. Mm-hmm. So it was just like a bang play.
Bang, bang.
Anyway. But there's some moves that we're gonna have to learn because they're vital to getting past the defenders. And yeah, one of them is like a bank off the boards. You can bank it to yourself.
Okay.
There's another chip in move where what is it? They just push it past and go around, and it's not really like a full dump in, but it's just pushing the puck.
We used to see that a lot.
Right, and you used to have that functionality of pushing the puck in previous gen NHL. You had a button, you just pushed it. But the Michigan goal, I think they in the update they tuned it. They nerfed it a bit because I seen somebody pull it off and it looked like the goaltender was helpless. So. I'm trying to see what else did I notice. I would say, and I'm gonna say something for Bills, but I'll talk about the Be a Pro. Wow. Even though I haven't played it fully, but just jumping into the mode, that it's a night and day difference. They promised you a full revamped Be a Pro. from what I'm seeing so far, yes, you get the commentary, not just from the main commentators. You get a narrator. During the game, I played one game already. I did the real time 20 minutes to the point where I did like 5 or 6 shifts on the ice. I had one on ice event where my coach challenged me just to keep the pressure on the team because I'm a two-way forward. And I think I was able to do that. I'm not exactly sure. But then there was a third commentator or third announcer. It was a woman that chimed in that was like, well, yeah, this rookie so far is having a good game. I was like, whoa, hold up. we're getting updates on how I'm doing, not just visually, but somebody's talking about me during the game outside the commentators. Mm-hmm. So the conversation system, I definitely like what they're doing with having you make a decision on whether whatever your responses are going to affect 3 aspects. I think, brand, management, and team are like the 3 aspects of it. Obviously there's other like skill tree branch that you have to work with as you develop, as you gain experience points. You get to select what traits you get to have. I think I had one trait that you can equip right out the gate, is where this had as a skating trait. There was a durability trait that I could have uploaded, but I went with skating because I figured my two-way forward, he needs to be able to skate to be able to pull off both sides of the offense and defense. I'm gonna let Bills take the rest of this.
What are your thoughts, Bills?
I mean, I haven't touched Be a Pro yet. I'm actually excited to try it, but I'll probably end up playing that when I buy the game. I'm definitely planning on buying it. Yeah, defensive awareness is so heightened, man. It's like they're so smart about when they trap the puck. Like, when you're on the boards for sure. If you make a bad pass in your own third of the ice, it's like it's hell.
It's hell. Yeah.
They automatically attack. They get a centering pass. Boom. Sniper shots mean a lot more now. It seems like certain players are a lot more lethal when they're inside the slot. They're a lot better about poke checking when you're trying to squeeze through little areas. Like, when you're on a break and you see that there are 2 defenders and they kind of have you boxed in, they'll try to, now when you try to split them, they'll try to poke check or they'll bump you off the puck now, which is nice. Also, the attacking is a bit more varied as far as how they attack now. They kind of, in a way, pass the puck around a little bit more realistically, I'd say. Like, I remember last game, they'll be like skating full speed down the ice, and all of a sudden they'll do this pass like directly behind them without even looking, and it just didn't make any sense because like you didn't even see that guy. Just like a full speed, just pass right behind you, and the guy's like way back in your third of the ice. It was just weird. Now the passes seem to make more sense. Mm-hmm. Not really much change to the hitting because the hitting's pretty much good. I mean, there's not really much to.
Well, with the players being more aggressive, they step up, and the hitters, they will hit you. I have Dylan, and he leveled like 5 people in the course of.
They do.
Yeah, they step up.
Those things were in the game before, and we used to have to tweak, for them to pop up. The acceleration is something I've noticed, like. There are some guys, like, they turn a lot smoother now. When they're weaving through traffic or just accelerating in general, they accelerate a lot smoother now. The deeks seem to be smoother. Fake passes are smoother. All the animations seem to be smoothed out. The goalie puck side's a lot smarter. A lot smarter about, who's a threat to shoot and things of that nature. Power plays seem to be, the logic seems a lot better as far as how they defend their power plays. They're a bit more aggressive, but a smart type of aggressive. And there are teams that will sit back and just kind of pinch in front of the net and make sure you don't get a good shot off. I mean, yeah, there's nothing really negative I can say about the game. It's pretty good. I do wish they would dump the puck a little bit more in All-Star.
Yeah.
But that's minor.
Now, the one thing and the reason why I purposely I let you Bills go ahead because Then we got franchise mode. Okay, pretty much everything is pretty much the same. That's not a bad thing because they emphasized a moment in a season, the trade deadline. Every sports game has a trade deadline. You come across it and you're looking to either buy, sell, whatever your franchise needs and stuff like that. Well, this is a mini game now inside the franchise mode. You basically have, and the clock runs, like the minute runs as a second. So you basically have, let's see, it's from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. So from 6 a.m. to 12 noon, as the minute runs in seconds, you have that amount of time to figure out what you need. Hopefully you did this ahead of time. When I simmed it to this point, I just didn't do any look. I didn't write anything down. I didn't, I just had my trading block. And when I started, all of a sudden in real time, as the clock was ticking, I was getting in the bottom ticker, I was getting updates. So-and-so just made a trade. I think in the whole process, I've seen like 1 or 2 major trading deadline trades. They also were flashing stats leaders and stuff like that. I was like, well, why can't that ticker be in the main franchise hub and have stuff maybe down the road happen in real time, like scores, updates, and like that if you're on an off day? But the trade deadline, it really puts pressure for you to, one, have your shit together to figure out what you're trying to do, because you have to navigate through the screens to really do what you need to do. Make trades, review your trading block, look over different teams. Like I said, you want to prepare for this because it's ticking by the second up until 12 noon. And this is what I believe these other sports games need, as far as to at least revamp their trade deadline situations. I believe the NFL had that with their free agency period some Maddens ago.
Was it Madden 12?
Right. And everyone liked that. So it was just like, okay, EA, why'd you take that out of Madden? That was actually pretty good.
Matter of fact, it wasn't even Madden 12. It was in PS2 Maddens as well.
Right. So it's just like, okay, that gets people engaged a little bit more because stuff is happening in real time. People want to interact and be immersed in real time, not like hit a button and all the other stuff happens. They want stuff to happen and I got in the midst of, I was actually getting ready to put together a trade, and then all of a sudden a team comes in and was like, well, we got a trade for you. You want to check this out? And I was like, oh shit. They interrupted me trying to put together a trade to request a trade. I was like, oh, okay. So to have that interrupt an interaction I was trying to do with another team, kind of is like if I'm on the phone, I'm trying to conduct the transaction, and they call me on the other line. I was just like, that's pretty
cool. I really wish, all the things you're talking about are great. And I just wish, when you're talking about immersion, I mean, I wish there was a way where these games could have it could even be a generic commentator, break in while you're scrolling through the menus since stuff is happening in real time.
Right.
Give you updates on scores. Because the thing is, how they used to do it, and it sounded a bit stagey back then, was they'd have them record, every number, and then they just pull from that library of numbers that the guy recorded and say what the score was.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm sure they have some sort of updated technology. The way they reel these stats off during the game in 2K, right? It sounds very natural. So they clearly have a large library of these guys saying these sentences. It would be great to have a break-in, while you're scrolling and they say, the Cavaliers took the game tonight against, whoever, 187, and then the leading score was blank, and they can just pull from that library and the names, however it happened, that's how it happened, because that's immersion. You don't have to have the coach getting interviewed after the game and play clips of that, even though that would be dope. That's something they should add in the future. They can say any canned sequences, as long as they have a bunch of them recorded. They can have canned sequences from certain coaches. Not all of them have to be licensed. or not licensed, but not all of them have to have audio. But you can have a
Right.
situation where, you know, the Sixers play pretty badly, and, you know, Doc Rivers after the game, they say, we talked to Doc Rivers after the game and asked him about how he felt his team performed. And then Doc Rivers would say, oh, I think we came out flat tonight. You know, things like that. That's immersion. So, you know, it's like they could go so much further in the way of presentation with this franchise mode to keep you, you know, wanting. I mean, come on, how many people sat at the screen in Madden 05 not really even doing anything, just listening to the radio show?
Exactly.
I mean, that's something that's something that has to be added, because
But that just goes right back to what we were saying about Mafia earlier. It's like those little small things are missing out of Mafia once you do a mission. It's like those small things don't keep you wanting to play. It's like, all right, I know.
Walk down the street in GTA and hear conversations, right, that are just crazy, you know, just
dumb stuff. Or if you walk too close to somebody, they might say something about you or something.
Yeah, right.
You know, stuff like that. You don't get that, and that's the thing. What else y'all got on that? Somebody should go ahead and get EA Play and go and try it out?
Oh hell, no, yeah, 100%.
Let's see.
If you can afford it, I would definitely get EA Play and try out NHL.
How much is EA Play again? Did they change the price on it?
$4.99.
Still $4.99. All right, so no, y'all know what that means, guys. Don't buy McDonald's tomorrow. Go ahead and get it, and y'all be straight.
Well, the one thing I will say, to finish off the trade deadline, I was able to make a couple of I was able to make a couple of trade block trades on that trade deadline. I was able to pull a bottom 6 forward, the deal that went along with the system I had, and.
Gotcha.
You know, going into the trade deadline, we were actually, you know, in a good position. None of the trades I made or that I didn't make the team performed better after the trade deadline, and we won the President's Trophy when I sent the rest of it. So, and Bills, guess who the first round opponent was?
Pittsburgh?
Nope, Boston.
Yeah, how many games did that series go?
Well, I didn't send that.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to get, you know, experience with the trade deadline and understand that basically the trade deadline, if, like I said, if you're a past Madden player not a current Madden player that's played past Maddens, understand how the free agent bidding went, because that was the feature in Madden. This is pretty much the same bit. It's basically like EA Vancouver, EA Canada is trolling the Madden developers right now. Been doing this for quite some time. They've been doing it with physics-based hitting for a decade now.
Jared, they have it in Mafia 3, but they don't have the downtime activities, and it's not entertaining enough walking down the street listening to somebody say some racist shit if you walk into a place you have no business in. It's fun the first couple times, but then it's like there's nothing else to do on that game. It's just not that entertaining. It's not.
And then after a while, you just want to shoot that person.
Right.
It's like,
it's just
like, so what if I'm black? You're dead.
Mafia 3 is probably the best out of them as far as things to do, but still, it's not quite where it needs to be.
Shout out to State of Sports franchise. State of Franchise Sports. I'm about to say State of Sports. Hey, if y'all haven't already, I'm gonna give this guy a shout out, man. He's been giving us a lot of support over here lately. Y'all go check out his channel, man. Y'all check out his channel. I'm gonna put his channel in the description. I mean the link. So y'all go over there and sub to him. I just recently subbed to him. And y'all go check out his stuff. I didn't know he was here.
Well, he probably was listening and just popped up once we started mentioning Madden, even though we were talking about NHL. But yeah,
that radio show thing, bro.
Yeah, y'all go check out his channel, man. I put the link right there, man. Y'all go check that out and see what he doing. He makes some pretty decent content over there, and he got some Maximum Football over there. He got some look like MLB The Show. He doing some things over there. Y'all go check that out, man. Check that out. Let's get into these picks, man. Let's get into these picks.
I don't even think we should even pick tonight's game because it's already a second half and it's 14-13 Chicago. So
that's fine. I got you. I'm good. I'm okay with that. You down, Bills?
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna track them? You need me to track them.
I'll do it. I'll go ahead.
Rams versus your team, DJ. What you got?
Well,
Shit, we didn't even pick this game tonight. It's
everybody-
No,
well,
DJ.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I just said.
I'm gonna pick the Bears. I'm picking the Bears. Fuck it. Bills, who you got?
I'll pick the Bucks in a close one, I guess.
Since it's where it's at, I'm flipping a coin.
I mean, it's close. It's 13-14.
Yeah,
It's not
that's-
like
I don't care.
it's not like it's a blowout and we like, oh shit, I'm a loser.
Yeah.
That's why I said we can still pick it. Yeah,
Well,
so-
the team that's ahead, I'm gonna put them as head. So that's the Bears are ahead. Buccaneers are tails. So we're just gonna pick Buccaneers.
All right, $2 and I'm picking the Bears. Okay,
Yep.
that's cool.
All right,
Rams and
you
Rams
want
and
to do the?
football.
I was
Oh,
gonna
go
say
ahead.
you want to do the ESPN one, or are you doing a different one?
I'm doing NFL.com. If you want to do ESPN, I can jump over. I can jump over.
Only because I have the app on my phone, so I usually.
Right. I was saying it'd be easier for you. Ain't no problem.
Well, the first one for that one would be the Cardinals and the Jets.
Cardinals.
Yeah, pick
Joe
Cardinals.
Flacco's starting for the Jets. So yeah, definitely Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm taking Cardinals as well. Yeah.
Oh, I'll do it. Why not? Cardinals. Next game, Broncos and the Patriots.
Patriots.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, why the? Oh, I know why the Broncos and Patriots game disappeared because it got delayed.
You know what, G-Rob?
Yeah, that
You know what,
shit
G-Rob?
disappeared.
I ain't going for that. I ain't going for that, G-Rob. I ain't going for that.
Mr. Jinx.
You
When
got
did he have been the Jinx?
no, you got to go check out the Sunday retro stream. That shit was hilarious. Hey man, Bills, you should have been for that one, bro. DJ, tell him, that shit was awesome, bro.
I'm gonna go back and watch it. Well,
Oh,
I guess we'll save that Broncos game because that's
But you definitely have to watch. Was it
Yeah,
that was
the Royal Rumble, yo.
yeah. Man, Bills, you
boy.
you will turn into Jim Cornette as your wife.
Oh Lord, yeah, I gotta watch
Yeah,
that.
you gotta go back and watch that Royal Rumble,
Oh
man.
man,
I set up a whole pay-per-view for it, man. It was dope, man.
yeah, you'll turn into Jim Cornette watching this.
So the next one is the Panthers and the Falcons.
Panthers are on fire right now. So,
Panthers are playing good ball.
is it in Atlanta where they can pipe in the fake noise?
Yeah, they playing in Atlanta. I'm taking the Panthers, man. I hate to do this against my team. I'm taking the Panthers. I just don't see that. Then we just lost DeMonte Casey for the year.
You know what? I'm gonna pick the Falcons on this one.
We just lost DeMonte Casey, man. I'm taking the Panthers.
I don't care who he is.
I feel like the Falcons are gonna. Yeah,
they do for one. You say they do for one.
Yeah, I feel like Matt Ryan's gonna be like, "Fuck this."
I can understand it. I get what y'all coming at. It's
like I'll play quarterback and free safety.
Matt Ryan playing free safety is gonna be hell for any quarterback that expects help over the top. That damn brace.
He like 6'4", 212. He can't hit nobody.
Right. Hell no. The next game, this is gonna be a shootout. Raiders and the Chiefs.
Yeah, that is gonna be.
Ain't nobody getting a stop in this game.
I see a fight breaking out in this game.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs in a close one, but I would not be surprised if the Raiders win this one. But I'm taking the Chiefs.
I figured a fight will break out, Chiefs will win, but somebody's getting ejected in this game.
I think the Chiefs pull away late third quarter.
That's been their pattern too.
Because they're not going to be able to get any pressure on Mahomes. They don't got no damn pass rushers.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
This is gonna be a good one. Eagles and Steelers.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, everybody. My bad. I thought I had the screen shared. I'm sorry.
Oh no, we good. Eagles and Steelers.
We did the Cardinals and Jets already, right?
Yep.
Wait,
okay.
That's weird. It's not even going in order. Well, whatever.
It's in order. It's in order. It's just that after the Raiders and Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in order. That's Eagles and Steelers right there.
Yeah. So Eagles and Steelers. I'm gonna take the Steelers.
I'm taking the Steelers in that one too.
DJ.
Steelers.
I feel like that might turn out to be a bit of a no-brainer one. Rams
There's something telling me about the Steelers. Steelers look like they're catching their stride this year. They're looking pretty good.
Yeah, they have a really good defense.
Yeah.
They got their quarterback back. So Rams and Washington?
It's going to be raining during this game.
Yeah,
This is not going to be a normal situation. So technically, I'm actually glad Wayne isn't playing in this game.
You know what? I'm taking the upset. I'm taking Washington in this game.
Yeah, everybody knows. Everybody knows the rules. Washington.
It's raining. They're at home, and they say home don't mean nothing. But I'm taking Washington in this game.
I can't bring myself to trust the Rams against anybody week to week.
Yeah, I don't trust the Rams on the road in the rain. I don't. I'm taking Washington. I think this is an upset.
Bengals and the Ravens. I'm going 2 upsets in a row. I'm taking the Bengals.
Absolutely not. I'm taking Ravens. I'm
taking Ravens.
I'm not ready to do that yet. I get what you're saying, but I'm not ready to do that yet. Next year, I'm with you. Next year, I'm with you.
Ew. Jaguars and Texans. Who cares? How about that?
Well, long as Bill O'Brien ain't coaching, so I got Texans.
Shout out to King David. His grandmother's back home from the hospital. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
But I was just about to call his name, but I forgot he's not here. I don't know who to pick, Bills. Who you got?
You looking at me for? I just said who cares? So you asking me? First game. Look, as far as my bet with my boy, I said the Texans got the worst record in the league, or a worse record than. He said the Bengals gonna have the worst record. I'm taking the fucking Jaguars.
I can't side with Jay dumbass Gruden, so I'm going with the Texans.
I think based on the fact Bill O'Brien.
Bills. Romeo Cornell is going to be.
He's coaching.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But I'm gonna take the Jags. I'm taking the Jags in this one.
I'll take the Texans because I just feel like for one game they're gonna be psyched up. Yay, he's gone, and then back to the same shit.
Jared says the Texans as well.
VF took the Jags.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jags.
Pelican Man said, "Put me down for the Saints." I'm gonna put you down for a block in a second. Next game.
G-Rob says Texans as well. Okay.
Dolphins and the 49ers.
Damn, McKinnon versus Breda. Damn.
I'm picking Dolphins.
Shit.
Brady's facing his old team, too.
Yeah, he's facing his old team and facing his old teammate with McKinnon.
Yeah, DJ, you took Dolphins?
Yeah, I'm picking Dolphins. It just seems like that quarterback situation is dire for the 49ers right now.
Yeah, that is true. I expect McKinnon to have a big game, but the Dolphins are going to win. I'm taking the Dolphins.
This is a tough one.
Yeah,
Ryan Fitzpatrick is starting, so anytime after week 4, I can't take him. So I'm going to go 49ers.
That's a good point. That's a real good point.
I'm going to go 49ers. They were starting Tua, but
I need some more insight about that Tua not starting thing. Something isn't right about that.
I don't
think he's healthy.
I think he's just.
I'm with you, DJ.
I think he's healthy. I just think they're treading lightly, and maybe they feel like they're not going to compete.
I mean, it is a hip injury.
Wait, hold on. If they feel like they're not going to compete, then wouldn't they have him in there already?
No, because Ryan Fitzpatrick is the worst.
Because we just had that situation with Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, but
I think something is up. I honestly believe something is up.
I think he's still trying to get over the last leg of that injury.
No pun intended, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I think something isn't right about him. And I'm not saying it in a derogatory or mean way. I just think they're really being cautious with him. He may have like a slight limp, or his mechanics is not right. Something ain't right off that hip.
Also, on top of that, he had no OTAs, he had no mini camp, he had no preseason, he didn't have any of that. That's not fair to throw him in a situation we don't even know if his leg will stay on.
Yeah, that's true.
Based on what I'm reading, he's saying he's not ready, but it's not an injury thing. It's just, I guess,
Mental.
Not ready.
Mental. Could be mental.
But he hasn't really explained what not ready means.
Not ready, meaning that he's not over that injury. It's
Yeah,
not the injury, like physically, it's him
up here.
mentally.
Yeah, I would say it's mental. I think it's mental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like we were talking about with Alex Smith. So
Man, Alex think he's ready though.
no, the doctor said that he's ready.
Oh, okay.
Well,
yeah, that's a difference.
In this week's matchup of surprise 3-1 teams, we have the Colts and the Browns.
I go with Cleveland on this one.
I'm taking Cleveland as well.
Every time I say I'm gonna go in with Cleveland,
yeah, I'm taking. I'm taking Cleveland. I'm taking Cleveland.
Well, didn't you go against Cleveland when they played Dallas?
I did, and that's why I'm saying it's like they have that 1 week, and then this week I'm like, all right, Cleveland, and then they fucking go and they get blown out 21-0 to the Colts. I'll take the Browns. Fuck it, why not? I'll go down with the name.
Noodle Arm about to have a shitty day.
Giants and Cowboys, another who cares matchup here. Give me the Cowboys on a blowout.
I'm taking the Cowboys in that one blowout. I think they're gonna win like 28 to like 10, 28 to 7, something like that.
DJ, you taking the Cowboy rule here?
Yeah, he has no idea. He's torn right now.
Because it's just like the Giants have no chance here. And I'll break the rule. Yeah, I'll pick the Cowboys.
I would not be surprised if the Giants get the first overall pick and don't take Trevor Lawrence because they already got their quarterback. That's going to be weird.
This is what I'm gonna say. If the Cowboys lose this week, I don't care who they're playing against. I'm not picking them for the rest of the year. Not once more. If there's any game that is a Cowboys automatic pick, it's fucking this week, bro. If they lose this game, like, how do you even lose this game? There's no conceivable way. And of course, Daniel, because he hates them, says Giants.
Giants easily.
Jerry said the Colts defense is legit. Is that true?
Other than
they're pretty good.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be like Joey Numbers earlier. What have they done against anybody? They haven't done anything yet. They've actually been very good for the last few years. So,
Vikings at the Seahawks. Is there any chance the Vikings win this?
No, I'm taking Seahawks.
Seattle.
This seems like one of these weird primetime games where the Seahawks come out flat and Kirk Cousins is like, "Hey, I'm on TV."
Yeah,
I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised that happens, but I'm taking Seahawks though.
And the reason I'm picking against Vikings,
I've seen him in prime time.
We know why you picking. We know why you picking.
Yeah, because Kirk Cousins' daddy's racist. We know why he picking against the Vikings.
What's his favorite line? Stop spreading hate. That's his favorite line. Stop spreading
hate.
I'll take the Seahawks. Why not?
Yeah, I'll take the Seahawks on that one.
There's been more unified picks this week than like any week ever.
I noticed that.
They're all no-brainer games, though. I mean, okay, now we can get to the Broncos and the Patriots. If Gilmore's playing, give me the Patriots.
Is Cam Newton playing?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Either way, Brett Rippon is the starter in this game, isn't he?
So what, you going to take the Broncos?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm taking Patriots on this one.
I'm going with the Patriots.
I'm taking Patriots on this one.
Brett pretty much, like, in one game, showed us why Rippon was frustrating to deal with at certain points of his career, because he had games, like, his career was like, okay, he'll have some brilliant moments and he has some god-awful moments. And when he signed that contract after the Super Bowl season, the rest was just god-awful. So
he got his money, man. He was straight.
But that was like, what did he get? Like $1.5 million?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. You give me 1.5 thousand, I'm gonna be smiling. I'm broke.
All I know is Brian Hoyer starts this game, I will immediately regret my pick for the fucking Patriots.
Why was he even? Did they sign him? Didn't start him?
No, that's
No.
Scrub has been.
Was he always on the
No, he
team?
been on the
the
team.
middle of last season. Oh,
Yeah, because what happened was once Brady left, they automatically signed him, and it was just him and Stidham on the team. They just happened to get Cam later.
Dude sucks. He's freaking awful, bro.
Monday night game. Chargers Saints.
Chargers and the Saints. Herbert.
Chargers.
Full confidence from his coach now.
I'm taking Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going Chargers on this one.
Another unified pick. I'll take the Chargers. Fuck.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, I'm about to say fuck the Saints too.
Yeah, I got a feeling that the Chargers are gonna come out. I think Herbert's gonna surprise that Saints defense. Herbert can ball.
Yeah, he can. Bills and the Titans. Who the fuck is?
Yo, hold on, tell me. Wait a minute. We in a pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody at these damn games, right?
Right.
What the fuck? These tickets are $786 for?
Yo, why they say as low as
They say as low.
Yo.
Oh.
Who the fuck is gonna pay that in a pandemic?
Yo, I dare you to click it, like open new tab and see
Hell
where it goes.
No.
I'll do y'all one better, bro. I'm about to go to SeatGeek real quick.
What the fuck is going on?
Yo,
here?
this Saints ain't shit for that. The game's in New York in the Superdome.
Yo, look at that. Look, the Patriots game 165.
I tell you what,
147.
for that amount, there better be some Superdome given.
Yo, November 29th. Tickets are starting for Saints and Broncos at $1,100.
Wow.
Yo, look what Dave Daly put. Hold on, let me get it.
Pretty much. What are you charging them for? They can't even go. They can't even go to the Saints.
The Saints are back to being the Aints.
The Texans tickets
ain't gonna be paying that.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. The Texas ticket $25 right now. I have no problem with that.
I've never seen a professional football team charge $25.
New tailgate prices.
No, I agree. I've never seen them that low, but in this situation, I expect a $25. I have no problem with that.
Wait,
that bullshit the Saints are pulling. That bullshit the Saints are pulling is some fuck shit.
They out here charging $786 to go and get COVID.
You see that?
Can I get a COVID special with a Pepsi?
As low as 780, and they make it seem like
tickets don't exist. I just typed in the Saints and they don't exist. They're not gonna have fans all year.
That's what I'm saying. They make it seem like it's a deal too. Tickets as low as 780.
Tickets as low as your mortgage. Like, get the fuck out of here.
What are we doing?
Shit, what were you on?
You know what? Just for those ticket prices, I hope the Chargers beat them, and I hope they lose every single game for trying to get people. That's no, seriously. Ain't you gonna call the feds on this? Ain't you gonna call like the feds?
Fraudulent charges.
Yeah, they're like price gouging or something. This is like
hold up. They no ghost paying that much.
Hold on, click on it real quick because I want to see something.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Where does it take you? Okay, it takes you to Vivid. There ain't no tickets, bro. That's what I'm telling you.
You gotta click this right here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but they don't have any home games. Those are all away games, bro.
How many tickets you want?
None of them.
Daniel D.
No,
that's USFL prices.
But what I'm saying is none of those are home
games.
No,
my value because I can't click on none of them.
And none of them are home games.
But you can still pay $786.
We'll fit you in somewhere.
Right.
That's fucking terrible, bro.
They price gouging, bro.
Stadium floods again. We can put you on a boat. Boat fees $760.
What I was gonna ask about the Bills and Texans game, who's gonna be active for this Titans game? Titans game, I should say. Bills and Titans.
Yeah, because they're playing on Tuesday.
They fucked around and broke protocol.
But I told G-Rob, me and G-Rob was in the Discord talking about it. It's like, yo, y'all better get some people out the practice squad, XFL, around the corner, the pickup team. Y'all better get somebody there the next man up.
Me and DJ said they should be forfeiting this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Great protocol. You must be punished. This should be a forfeit bill to get the victory on this one.
Yeah. Go ahead.
DJ, what you were saying?
No, I said that the Titans should forfeit this game. Bills should wind up winning. Should just take the victory because you have to be punished for breaking protocol.
I wish Appalachian State do the same thing for us, bitches. Goat loving bitches got COVID.
Yeah, but they didn't break protocol though.
They broke man. Those players broke protocol for being, taking a scholarship to go to that school. That's how they broke protocol.
Scholarship. Wow.
The two teams got to buy on Lions and Packers. All right, okay. So we're not picking the Bills and Titans game.
I wouldn't.
No, I'm not even picking that game.
I'm not.
Fuck that,
it shouldn't even be on the schedule.
I'm not. Okay, let's just say hypothetically, we don't have to put it for the record. If they were full capacity, 100%, everybody was healthy, who would you pick?
I take the Bills still.
Yeah, I take the Bills. Because the Bills can stop their running game.
I still pick the Titans. I would pick the Titans on that one because technically, secretly, that's my second team. So
gotcha. All right, cool. There you go, Jerry Green. Appreciate that. Appalachian State all day.
Oh boy, here we go.
They need to forfeit their game, but we're playing UMass next Saturday. So
I want Georgia's. I was about to call him Georgia State. I want to call Georgia's.
Oh, you get muted for that. Oh, you get muted. You get muted for that. You get muted for that. No, I had to deal with that on Twitter.
He really muted him though.
No, you gotta get muted for that. All right, now what you about to say, DJ? Yo, man, they've been doing that shit on Twitter for the past few days, man. Hey, yo, even the Sun Belt, the verified Sun Belt Conference account called us Georgia State.
Oh boy,
that's some hoes.
Can Georgia Southern please schedule Michigan and then beat Michigan so you can put it to rest?
Hey man, and we're trying to schedule anybody who want to play us, man.
DJ, no, because we'll never hear the end of that shit.
I'm still waiting for the damn Georgia Bulldogs to play us again. They're scared to play us.
Yeah.
They're scared to play us. They literally, they scheduled like Indiana State or something the year before last.
You know what, Jared? We feel the same way about you. All right, we feel the same way about you with that baby blue, ugly ass, overrated, ain't been shit in years ass team.
Yeah, but you saw racist ass.
So
I don't know.
Hey, look,
I think
I like the basketball team.
Fall back.
I like the basketball team.
Duke is also a rank in the KKK. Remember that.
I like the basketball team. I like the basketball team, right? I ain't
but on the other side, Tar Heel is also racist. We ain't Tar. We ain't made a Tar. That's a racist ass moniker for black people in our feet.
Dean Smith look like he owns slaves. So I don't fuck with him.
Why you do Dean Smith like that, man?
Because he look like he owns slaves. That's why. And Roy Williams look like he owns slaves too.
Your school was a plantation.
Hey, I don't got no school. Like I said, I like the basketball team. Those Duke of Cross kids can go to hell.
Actually, that was proven false, and she lied.
They can still go to hell anyway. and she can go to hell.
That's the only time I'll defend Duke because that was proven to be a lie, and she was just trying to
for 30 with that.
Huh?
No, they're not touching that. Fuck no. No, they don't have
I need to see a documentary on that.
I think they did a documentary. They're not gonna go in depth on something like 30 for 30. They wouldn't know.
They did it with Sandusky?
I'm gonna tell you right now, they didn't do it and they won't do it. Let me tell you, the plight of society and the plight of political turmoil right now, they will not touch that right now. As far as
they did have a 30 for 30.
They did? Oh, I'm surprised. I did not know.
You're already on my shit list, bro.
Wow.
And you're just digging yourself deeper, bro. You just digging yourself deeper, bro. You're a Russell Westbrook fan. There's a lot of reasons I can hate you, bro. You're a Butler fan.
in the rankings every single year, there's favoritism for Duke. They could lose to an unranked team and still maintain a top 3 ranking. That's the
Same with Alabama.
a team like when Georgetown was up, Georgetown would have like these great games against these top ranked schools, can barely move up the rankings, but Duke loses against an unranked school, they don't move anywhere. And then they put number one in the region, and they wind up losing in the first 2 rounds. So it's just like,
hey,
favoritism.
At least we make the tournament. What y'all playing, the NIT? Like, seriously, the preseason and postseason NIT. Y'all can't make
the NIT is dope, man. The NIT just tell you who's the 65th best team in the country.
Yeah. NIT stands for niggas in the tournament. That's all it stands for.
Wow, that would come from a Duke fan.
That would come from a Duke fan?
Yeah, that would come straight from a Duke fan. You already indoctrinated in the plantation life.
Man. He said we beat y'all with Zion. So Zion's one guy, bro.
And didn't come out of his cheap ass shoes that game.
Kyrie's, that motherfucker exploded.
Kyrie.
Hey man, them motherfuckers had them skippy prom toss. Them shits exploded.
No, it's sad because of that game, it cost him his rookie year. Basically,
you might as well put him out there in some chucks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was probably better off with him, bro. Man, came out here, man. You can just take.
I've never seen anybody come out their shoes like that. It was
like he was a Hulk or something.
Hey, the side of his foot was leaning out that bitch. It was like,
bro, this shit would have exploded, dude. Because those Kyrie Irvings are skinny feet people.
And were they Patrick? Wait a minute, they could have been Ewans.
Oh man. Hey, that's before Bill's time. You don't know nothing about the Ewans.
Oh, yes, I do. I've seen them and tried them all before.
Was with the big
man.
Man, them Ewing, it was always that one kid that went to school with us that had them Ewings, man.
I remember playing, like, I had my Air Jordans on, and my best friend at the time, we would play 1-on-1 7-game best of 7, Jordan versus Ewing. He would wear his Ewings, and of course I would always win. So yeah, that's.
Wait, why y'all taping somebody's ass?
What? Whoa!
He said you know what? It's he said come November 7th, we will tape that ass. Why are you taping people's ass?
I mean, he said pause at the end, so he knew what he was saying was suspect.
Why are you taping people's ass, R. Kelly?
That's an L for knowingly posting something.
And that's an L for Belgium, man. Who the fuck is Zoin? That's just like an off-brand Viagra. Yeah, and Zoin. And Zoin broke y'all down. That gotta be getting by the keyboard.
Oh.
Yo, Zoin. Gotta put that on the screen. Zoin.
And then got the plastic clay. Clay face.
Zoin sounds like somebody dyslexic trying to read what the Roadrunner did instead of zero. Zoin. Oh my God, this has gone off the rails.
We over 2 hours and 30, man. This time was fast. Damn. Yeah, I didn't even know it fast. I didn't know we met on that long. That's what's up. But y'all been here, man. Y'all been supporting, man. We appreciate it.
26, 171, a touchdown, a pick.
Man, if y'all haven't already, man, check out the Teespring link, man. Just look at the stuff, man. We got some stuff over there, man, that helps out the channel, and you guys can let everybody know where y'all got it from and who's supplying it, man. So we appreciate y'all if y'all go check that out. I don't have anything else.
Stop laughing. No.
You didn't stop laughing.
Stop giving us shit to laugh at.
No, Bills. He didn't say stop laughing. Spell that. What did I say?
He said it's perfect.
Wait a minute. Jared said the only thing good about Duke is Coach K, but add 2 more Ks. That's
what. Man. He said good thing Coach K, add 2 more Ks.
He says, yo, bro, is the O even? Okay, the O is right next to the P. I'll give him a break for that.
Nah, that thing says.
Like he tripped and fell, bust his mouth on a curb.
Oh, it sounds like he's spitting. It's just laughing. Oh my god,
Hey,
bro.
DJ, what you got, man? We're gonna slide out of here, man. What you got?
All right. So tomorrow I may stream some NHL on Twitch tomorrow. I think around the 8 o'clock period just to get in. I'll probably do less than an hour because I'm not going to stream an hour worth of game trial just to see. But you never know.
Yeah, let me know because I might stream before you because I did tell DripX I was gonna stream some what you call it.
So where you can find me on Twitch, that's where you can find me. My username is EVO325, as the banner says down low. Check it. And yeah, so 8 o'clock, I'm going to stream NHL 21. Obviously, it's not going to have the same setup as I would on my PC. This will be streaming straight from my PS4, so no camera. It's just straight gameplay. There's gonna be audio. I will be. So if anybody has anything to say, I'll be monitoring the chat, or I'll have some mods lurking, maybe like Pooh or whoever, and we'll just see what you guys think. Other than that, you can find me on Twitter, DJ81. I advise everybody to buy the merch. We will be showcasing the merch as soon as we get it. VF will.
Yeah, just waiting for it to come through. Yeah, absolutely.
So, other than that, it was a good show. It was hilarious.
Hilarious.
I wish the conversation that Bills and I had earlier in the day, I wish that was taped. I wish that was taped because
it was so funny.
Because we wanted to roast. You didn't really roast me. You just kept it on Rivera, but I got on you because it was just like, well, you may think it's stupid, but rules is rules, and the team agreed with it. And it was like, you don't think the team did it?
I'm like, fuck the rules.
Right. And then I was just like, well, what rules would you set? And then you laid out some rules. I was like, oh, so they're not stupid when you set them, but all of a sudden it's.
That was a funny conversation.
Yeah, it was. See, it's another example of how you can have a heated debate and laugh it off at the same time. It doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to go personal. It doesn't have to go left. Because it was a pointed discussion.
And I don't debate with many people because most people they just don't bring any logic to the debate. But
you mean they gay?
Oh,
whoa!
Yeah, they taping people's asses according. Oh, sorry.
VF, I don't know why you laughing. You talking about Xbox giving you all the feels.
They rubbing me the right way, man. Hey, I'll tell them, Kid Smooth better watch out.
Oh, nah, but he messed with 15-year-old Xboxes.
Yeah, he just
messing with overage Xboxes.
She looked like she 20, but she looked like she 15 or something like that.
I don't know, but that exact line was trending on Twitter, and I went straight to Kid Smooth's page. I was like, I hope they're not talking about Smooth. I hope they did finally catch on to that. The fact that he has an actual music video, and that's the title.
Yep.
Man, oh man.
What you got, Bills?
Fun episode. If you have EA Play, download NHL. If you planned on downloading FIFA, just don't.
I do have that on the EA Play PC. I was thinking about it. I'm glad you said something.
We've tried to promote, when something's free to try it, but FIFA, I'm not even gonna do that for them, bro. That game is ass. You have a guy
thanks for coming back through, Drip.
Oh yeah, much appreciated. We have a guy that is literally a specialist at doing sliders for FIFA. His name's Matt 10L, and he can't even really figure it out. So if he can't figure it out,
damn, that's like versus not figuring out Madden sliders.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he doesn't get it. So yeah, don't try that game. Just
shout out to versus, man. Wherever you are, man. Shout out to versus, man. Hope you're all right.
Probably somewhere doing some ASMR video for somebody.
I mean, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to change the vibe or whatever, but like, with COVID and all this, you just don't know. Like, I was surprised. I was surprised from Resolve because I didn't know. You know what I mean? It's like you don't.
And thank God he's here in Maryland. Like I said, he's just up the highway. So
right, it's good because last time I heard he was in the UK, and you don't want to be over there when the thing went out, when it broke out.
You know what I mean? Especially it's spiking now over there.
All right, so
but yeah, man, Lakers about to take this chip tomorrow. Excited about that.
Oh yeah, they win it. Yeah, they gonna win that one.
I mean, they're gonna win the series. It's just a matter of when. I think it's gonna be tomorrow. I called Lakers in 5, so hopefully that happens. Yeah, thanks everybody for coming through.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. Like I said, I may stream tomorrow as far as maximum. If I do not stream tomorrow, because I don't want to get in the way of DJ, because DJ's gonna stream. Definitely, it will be Saturday, and that just all depends on what time I get off of work tomorrow. If I get in a little bit late, I may just do a video, and I'll probably just go ahead and do a video about it, and I'll stream Saturday. So Drip, I know you was asking about it. If not Friday, it'll definitely be Saturday. So outside of that, man, I appreciate the love. Like I told y'all from the beginning, we can keep y'all entertained this entire time just by talking about sports, gaming, and all type of other stuff. I feel like we have the best sports gaming podcast out here. We may be the smallest, but we have the best. I promise you, we're going to get better and better. And I appreciate y'all for coming through.
I have just one question. Does Drip do any content? Does he?
I don't know.
Because if he does, I wonder if anyone. This is corny, but has anybody followed the Drip?
That's always something.
I had to. It was. I was looking at it. I know he's appeared in.
Better not have that pinky Jerry curl, bro.
But if he produces content, follow the Drip. Follow the Drip.
It's so stupid, man.
He said Fiat.
I had to. It doesn't sit right there.
Looks like Shaft. No, he looks like a Hollywood damn sports. I'm telling you, with them glasses on.
Looks like a coherent Hollywood sport.
He already know. He knows. That's why he's laughing. You get muted for that shit. I do not look like no fucking Hollywood sports. I do not look like him. Shut up.
Well, Bill's about to
fall out of the damn chair.
Yo, this motherfucker really muted me. Look, man, you say you was gonna stop wearing the sunglasses last week. You didn't.
Hey, man, look, I can't help it, man. It's all right. It's what's happening right now. But I don't look like that dude, man. Now, if I got a high top fade,
you don't look like him, but shit, you wearing.
If I had a high top fade, I'd be like,
yeah, a crooked.
Welcome, guys, to Hollywood Sports, and today we're gonna. Man,
why you make him sound like that?
Man, these sliders, man. I don't know what to do.
Why you stick your chin into your neck like that?
That's how it is. Am I lying? Bill, am I lying? That's how you looking, right? Bill Snow, that's how you looking. Man, these sliders, man. I don't know what to do. Man, we need to get down here to EA and tell them to get somebody in the building. We
all need to get in the locker room, all right? We all need to be in here, all right? We gonna help. Hollywood, we love you, man. We love you.
Nah, man.
You don't bother nobody. You don't bother nobody.
We know. No, Hollywood knows all love, man. We just.
Yeah, I'm about to say because Hollywood was there. He not there that night when we wore the shades, but in that stream later.
Yeah. He know what it is.
He know his twin is right here.
Bro.
Hey man, like I said, man, I'll be
Hey, hold up. L, was he trying to say karma or karama?
What? You adding syllables to work? Oh man. Bro.
Chat, what does that say?
And you know what karma really is? I
Look at Jared. Look at Jared in the chat.
yeah. You know what
Chat, what is that?
You know what karma is? I read that comment about my streams put you to sleep. Yeah, exactly. Learn to spell, bitch.
You know what? Man, let's get the hell up out of here, man. Hey, man.
Why he got MD at the end of his name like he's a doctor or some shit? You the doctor of misspelling? Shit.
It needs some credentials doctored.
Good Lord. Karama?
I thought it was a new video game.
Right.
Hey, you know what? You know what that sound like? You know what it sound like? Karama. You know what it sound like? That sound like a new character on Mortal Kombat. It got the K and everything.
Hey, for the creators that brought you Jumanji,
right here's Karama in 3K.
we couldn't afford the Rock, so we gonna bring you some cheap ass second-rate version of them.
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create a wrestler on one of these wrestling games named Karama.
Oh my god!
I'm like, we couldn't bring you to people's elbow, but we bring you to people's feet.
The sock.
Hey! I hope Pelican realize this is about to be a running gag. This Karama thing, hashtag Karama. This about to be a running gag. This gonna be good.
That's gonna be like, what's that gonna be like? Collapse. Oh my Lord.
Oh, here we go.
Yo,
oh, man, I'm already on.
That's wild.
Hey man, hey y'all be blessed, man. We about to slide up out of here, man.
Be blessed with the dictionary. That's what he needs to be blessed.
We'll see y'all Tuesday, man. Y'all be blessed, man. Y'all be safe. Shout out to everybody. Hey, I don't know if y'all know. I gotta find out his status before I shout him out because I don't know what's going on. Y'all know VT on Twitter. You know he may have the virus or whatever. He don't know yet. I got to catch up with him. I'm not gonna put it out there yet, because he may be okay. But we're gonna be gone. We'll see y'all on Tuesday. Y'all be blessed and don't do anything crazy and don't do Karama. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
This just sounds like an off-brand tomato.